Sorry, I'm gonna look really unengaged.
Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to D20 Live. We are here playing Pendragon. Cheer, you monkeys! Three of you cheered. That's about the retention I usually get. So we are here now at the end of Camelot. It is the end of an era. People are going to die of fun, but also spears. So tonight, I am joined by several wonderful guests. The crew is taking the night off because it is the Christmas season. And my guests are here tonight. Would you please introduce yourselves from the my left?
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm Evangelist on the internet. I like toys and robots a lot, and I'll be playing Sir Odium, one of the token pagans.
Hi. My name's Connell. I'm better known throughout the internet community as Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Tarawat. Tonight, I'm going to be playing Grampton St. Rumterfrabble.
It's me now.
That's new. Yeah, it's your turn.
It's me, Cassie D20 Love Chew. I'm a game dev. I make video games. Right now I'm working on a game called Mecha Puppers.
You're going to be showing it off at MagFest,
We're
aren't
going to
you?
be showing it off at MagFest. Come see me at MagFest if you like tactics RPGs and customizable mechs and doggos.
I like all those things.
Yes.
I do too.
Come check out my game. I'm very excited to be working on it. Oh, and I'm playing Lady Lysandra. Also a knight.
Nice. I am Tristan Gallant, better known on the interwebs as Arcada. I do anime things, and tonight I am going to be the most animiest of anime persons as Sir Joseph Johann. And I'm good with a bow and stuff.
You do that torture dance when to kick your ass. You know that, right?
Pardon?
You do that torture dance when to kick your ass. You know that, right?
Torture dance.
Oh, dude, you know what? I kind of want to learn that dance.
All
It's
right.
pretty cool.
Anyway.
I don't know what JoJo
Is it another one of those things that like you see them do in the show, but you can't physically do that in real life?
I mean, there might be a little bit of that in there, yeah.
Doing like the...
No, well,
That's just a JoJo pose.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is a day of glory! The Holy Grail, the sacred chalice that contains the blood of the living Christ, has finally made its way to Camelot.
Is that what's in it?
Yeah?
Shit!
What do you hell think was in the Holy Grail? Kool-Aid?
Dude,
Water?
we literally fucking splashed it on goddamn...
Strahd, yeah, it was really
We
good for
splashed
that.
it on Strahd and he fucking died.
We party foul spilled the drink on Strahd, and that's what killed him?
Yeah? You like, let's hurl the cup at him. Well, it's never going to run empty, and it does have the blood of Christ. That's pretty
So
anti-vampire.
it's endless blood of Christ that
Yeah.
comes out. Jesus,
Yeah.
fuck.
That's a friggin'
metal.
metal.
It's
Yeah.
metal.
Anyways,
Christ!
No wonder Arthur wants it.
Sorry.
has finally made its way to Camelot by 4 proud knights. Lysandra, Odium, Joseph, and Grampton St. Rumterfrabble. Though done in great haste, they have been inducted as Knights of the Round Table. No, you still can't do the song yet.
Fine.
For their great deed in restoring the king and discovering the Grail. Also, yes, there were vampires. Anyway, Lysandra, just as the knights are readying to leave Camelot, and I should turn on the TV, actually. Where's my TV remote? So you can see
Where
the
is your
glory
TV remote?
The fourth
and
wall
visage of Camelot.
TV. The TV's
God,
not
I hate
on
that
there.
man trying to do this. Come on, turn on.
It's over there. The TV's over there.
Turn on. Jesus Christ.
Lo, behold!
Behold the
TV.
blue screen that they see, but the audience is going to see
The
Camelot.
holy blue screen.
with the
Oh, I did?
orange sunflower icon
Whoops.
on it.
The sunflower of Antioch.
Please, wait!
The orange sunflower of default.
Of default.
We don't talk about the people
There we
by
go.
default.
Camelot! How
Camelot.
majestic a place it is.
It's only a model.
Shut up!
Actually,
That's the shot from Monty Python.
So,
Look, there aren't a lot of pictures, nice, really full shots of Camelot.
Time to Monty Python.
It's not now.
Where?
No! Stop it! Stop it! Anyway, Lysandra!
Yes, sir.
Just as the knights are ready to leave Camelot, you feel as though someone is calling you from within the castle itself. You're not sure why, but you recognize this voice. You trust this voice. Do you choose to follow it?
Yes.
It's haunted.
As you pass into the lower levels of the castle, you're drawn to the very bowels of it. The crystal cavern that your former mentor Merlin called the Coils of the Dragon, where his power was born.
Oh shit.
As far as you know, this chamber has been sealed away since the day Merlin
is
disappeared.
that the Fortress of Solitude?
No.
Okay.
Despite your best attempts with your own, albeit limited magical aptitude. But you have returned to the place of your training, and before you, encased in crystal, is the enchanter, the wizard, the high magus of Camelot, Merlin.
Oh,
Who
shit.
would he be?
He's in that crystal. He's the silhouette.
Wow,
Stanley Tucci.
It is
Wow,
not
I
Stanley
like that.
Tucci.
Holy shit. It's
He's-
his fortress of solitude. It's Merlin's man cave.
He is encased in a clear substance that can be either ice or living crystal. You have no way of knowing. He sits there frozen, unmoving, caught in an expression of horror.
Oh.
What do you want to do? You're welcome to walk up to him and try and make contact.
Yeah.
You can go upstairs and get the endless blood cup.
Also, you can make a fairy. You can
See
also
that
make a
face.
fairy lore
Power
roll to
of
determine what the
Christ.
hell happened to him.
Sorry, what was that,
You
Mike?
can make a fairy lore roll to figure out what happened to him.
Yes.
You have that.
Where is it again, actually?
Gotta get under 18.
Right there.
You do good.
Yeah, 15 under 18.
What?
15 under 18.
1518. It takes a lot of magical power to seal Merlin, and there's a very short list of people that could physically do it. On top of that, this is a spell that has been conducted within what he has called the core of the spine of the dragon. This is a place of intense magical energy, and affecting reality here has long-lasting repercussions. You can guess who did it. Their name starts with an M. The lady. The bitch. And you also know exactly what spell would have been needed to effect a change on Merlin in his place of power. The Charm of Making. A spell that allows things to be made real into reality based on one's will. Now, there is always a price to using the Charm of Making. There's always a consequence to it. And you yourself don't know it. That's likely what sealed him here. Now, as you're staring at him trying to decipher this, his eyes move and he looks right at you.
I like.
Also, Seatown 1980 has followed us. Thank you, Seatown. Now, continuing forward. And as his eyes lock onto you, you realize he's trying to communicate something to you visually through his eyes. And they immediately dart down to the floor to your right. Or
Okay.
left.
Yeah, I
That's
love.
where my switch is. You want to play Smash?
You see a staff that's been discarded on the ground.
Oh snap!
Oh!
Okay, I pick it up.
Oh, it's the staff.
It is, in fact, Merlin's staff. Captain Silver, with an obelisk and two dragons coming out of it. It is the staff of Merlin. It has been left there on the ground, and you have picked it up,
I picked it up.
and he looks right back at you. It's as if he's trying to tell you to take it with you.
Okay, I nod knowingly.
It's like he's trying to force himself to smile.
Mhm.
You see a bit of the old kindness of the old enchanter in there.
Mhm. So I like.
In his frozen face of horror.
Yeah.
You're
It's
like,
like a,
all right, well,
Yeah.
peace.
Just, like like a tear kind of rolls down my cheek a little bit as I like nod and I kind of like run off.
No, he wanted you to use the staff to release him. Where are you going?
as you
Wait,
grasp
come
it, you
back,
feel
no.
Merlin's presence within you,
Wait,
demanding
no,
your
come
course,
back.
to be subtle, to keep it safe, to carry it with you on your journey.
I gotta get him out. I gotta get him out, guys.
Oh, not that part yet. All right.
Also,
All-
Merlin needs to take a wicked whiz. He's been stuck in there forever.
Couple years.
First couple of times he thought, oh, maybe if I just let it out here, it'll melt all the... Wait, no, it's just freezing.
No one will see his robes or over his underthings. He's got
So,
layers.
You all see Lysander coming out of the castle holding aloft a staff. You all fucking recognize.
It's the M staff.
It's not an M staff. Well, it's the Merlin staff, yeah, but
My eyebrows go up here.
Very high.
And my mustache goes up here. It's just, everything just in surprise. You can see his mouth for once.
Just briefly.
As he's,
what do you want to do with the staff?
So,
Apart from carrying it off, just
well, yeah. just fucking yeet it across the room.
check this shit out, guys. Whoosh.
Oh, that's gonna make a big impact when it hits.
So I gather my friends very close. Merlin has been trapped, like encased in it looks like magical ice or living crystal. I can't quite tell, but he's in danger. He told me to take this.
Should we help
Try to release him?
Yes.
Magical fire should melt magical ice. That's the way it works, right?
Who put him down there?
So I relay the understanding that I have of the magic surrounding this situation.
Don't go in there. It's okay. For all of the rest of you, magic isn't like it is in every other fantasy world. Magic is dangerous. Magic is scary. Magic changes the natural world away from what it should be. You know it to be. Even pagans, those of you who have a healthy respect for it, know, no. Merlin was in a class and league beyond anyone else. That Morgana, by myth and legend, even approached him is miraculous enough as it is. Only the Fae were on his level. And keep in mind, Merlin was half demon. So, he was.
I was just like, right, God, he was like half a demon.
Yeah.
He
Because he was
half a demon.
crazy strong.
And Lysandra, in no way did Merlin convey to you to try and release him. It was more, take the staff with you where you're going.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you know enough to know that he's probably as connected to that staff as anyone else.
It's
Yeah.
dangerous to go alone. Take this.
By taking that staff with him, you might be making his presence there a lot easier.
Oh,
Oh.
making it more
Oh.
comfortable.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Cool.
Right.
There's only one thing we could use to release Merlin from this ice. The blood of Christ.
No,
I really don't recommend going back into the castle and getting the blood of Christ. That was cutscened away very quickly.
We're not.
Of Christ.
Let's throw the blood of Christ right at the coils of the dragon. I'm sure that's not going to break anything in existence.
Go break all.
We're not gonna do that.
Oh, we're all
Very
gonna
well.
die tonight anyway. YOLO.
We're
I
not
trust
gonna
you.
do
Yeah, so why are we in peril all of a sudden?
Because Arthur literally, the second you all brought Arthur back to life, he said, "Oh shit, Mordred's out there gathering an army. Let's go fight him." So you're
Yes.
heading out to deal with that.
Yep.
So we're gonna go fight Mordred's army?
Yeah.
What a dink.
It's a good day to
What
go
a-
clean up some
what a-
Mordred mess.
So, as you are all gathered and conveying this, Arthur steps forward at the head of his host and says, "My knights! My son." It's time I took ownership of that. My son Mordred has composed an army, not only of Saxons, of thieves and brigands, but Grail Knights that have abandoned the cause and sought a more comfortable and perhaps preferable way of life for them. But I remember my duty. It's to all of you as your king. And despite the blood shed between me and my son, he is an enemy of England. We ride against him. Are you with your king?
Fuck the Saxons!
Yes. Also, I'm going to do a quick Saxons hate roll.
Go ahead.
I rolled 11 over 7. It's a shame about those Saxons, but...
You are now...
Uh-oh.
You fucking goofed!
Oh, no!
You done
goofed.
You done fucked
Let
up.
us talk about passions. A knight has something very special in the Pendragon rule system called passions. And if I can find the goddamn page on here...
I'm here to help tutorial
Weird
all of you.
fucking
Yes, you
soap
are.
opera that played in the
He meant to do
I
that.
don't know, fucking what?
So you, at any time, a knight can roll under one of his passions. What's up? Oh, what's up? Ramsadei has also followed us.
Yeah.
Welcome!
Hello, thank you.
Welcome and hello!
Oh, that's what that is.
But
I get it.
anyway, should you fail a passion roll, you become fatigued. You are now very tired.
Ugh,
Wow.
I feel really bad about those
You're just, like,
Saxons.
you're just like emotionally exhausted a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
So at
Arthur
any
was
time-
speaking very loudly.
And any time you... Yes?
I rolled a 2 under 16 to hate Saxons.
Oh, you hate them really good. So for your next roll involving Saxons, which unfortunately won't be a while, so it doesn't really count, you would have gotten a plus 10 that roll. But since this is, you're going to be going on a long journey, you'll be riding your horse majestically in anger.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm helping.
Preemptive.
Let's all roll for hate Saxons.
Oh,
He does that long nasal inhale.
Yeah.
don't tell me out, please.
Let's all roll for hate Saxons.
No, it's gonna be so hard for me to do
You
that.
could also roll to
My
like
ha-
your lord.
my hate
Because
burns-
he's telling
Hang
you.
on. Cassie, what would you like to do?
Yeah, fucking for
You?
Arthur.
Yeah.
For Arthur?
Yeah, 520.
All right, you
For
think Arthur's really keen.
Yeah, he's a real fucking rad dude.
I just think he's neat.
I just think he's neat.
I'm cool with Arthur. I just still feel really bad about the Saxon situation.
Dude, I love how my hate for Saxons is only a 6. I'm just like, they kind of suck a little bit.
Take him or leave him. Take him or leave him.
I've heard that they're pretty bad, but they haven't touched me personally.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I was hoping to introduce them all to the joys of paganism.
Oh wait, was that a? Oh, I just got that. No.
Oh no!
No.
Oh.
All right.
Done anything to me. I suppose it's fine.
Anyway, you ride out toward the field of battle. As your horses sprint, you see the land itself respond to the return of Arthur. The land turns green, the flowers bloom, the sun breaks free from the clouds, and since this is England, that's bloody rare to begin with. But for the first time in years, England is alive. Now, as you're riding along, you can choose to interact with various knights of Arthurian legend. You can easily see Sir Percival, as well as Sir Kay, and several other knights. If you want. Or you can talk to each other. Person than you, yes?
Do we see Sir
That's a
Lancelot?
lot.
Never a greater night before the eyes of God!
Not yet! He's coming! He's on here!
I remember this bit!
Yes.
He is fucking coming!
He's what
Oh
coming?
shit!
He's coming!
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Oh shit!
The
fuck, dude.
last we heard of him, he ran away into the woods, naked and mad.
Yeah.
Never has there been.
Never has there been a more majestic night before the eyes of God.
He actually was. It was literally by the Excalibur movie of which we are basing this on. He was literally sleeping with Guinevere. Arthur caught them asleep, jammed Excalibur between the two of them, walked away because he couldn't kill his own friend and wife, and Lancelot went, "Oh no! No!" and booked it naked.
Yeah.
And you can check the movie, and that is what
Yeah,
happens.
he ran away naked and went insane
Yeah.
from the shame and dishonor.
Oh, I'm friggin' hyped if we're gonna catch some naked Lancelot.
Oh, you'll find him.
But he's got like a beard that's long enough that it just covers his business, and he's running along and just beating the hell out of anything with like a
Somehow
stick.
he is tarred and feathered, and no one knows why.
Oh, he's been places. He's
Our
been
town was under
places.
attack by bandits, but then suddenly a crazed naked man showed up with a frozen turd and killed 16 bandits and ran away.
Never has there been a more majestic night in the eyes of God.
Never a greater night before the eyes of God, Sir
Oh
Lancelot.
my god!
You actually ran into him in our Death Watch game.
Yes, we did.
And he killed a Chaos Marine with his thighs.
Yes, he did.
And ran into a Chaos portal, and you lost track of him.
Yeah, we opened up a portal to the fucking ether or whatever that is. That
It was already open, but you
It
altered
was,
it.
yeah, we opened a portal that led into the warp, and he fucking dove out of it and, like, locked his thighs around a Chaos Marine still in its armor, killed it, and then, like, ran off through another portal, and we lost him.
Oh, why are we
Fucking
worried? We're
snapped
gonna
it,
win.
just like, whoop! Fucking portal.
He even got you the peanut butter into another portal. We're like, what?
All right.
Holy shit!
Which night was the Green Knight? I always forget his name.
He's a Fey Knight.
Oh, okay.
The guy who fought him was Sir Gawain, and Gawain, unfortunately, due to the continuity we were fighting, died praying to God, and he was also played by, oh my god, what the hell is his name? From Taken. Actor from Taken.
Oh, Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. He was actually played by Liam Neeson.
Oh,
The least
okay.
subdued role Liam Neeson has ever played. You just need to go watch Excalibur now, don't you?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I played the headless knight, whatever. His head came off. Green Knight.
Yeah.
In a high school video production once. So I have a little tie to.
Anyway,
Yeah.
back to the epic adventure. After your journey, Arthur demands a brief detour, stopping at a nearby nunnery along the route. He travels inside and he requests that he be given a few moments.
Bring me to a nunnery.
Hie thee to a nunnery.
I was trying to avoid the exact quote, so hopefully Mike would not recognize it.
It's one quote. How would I not recognize that one fucking quote? I love Hamlet. What do you want? Anyway, Arthur emerges a few minutes later, holding aloft a blade known to all. Shining in the sunlight with an unnatural radiance, there can be no mistaking this blade. It is Excalibur.
Oh, damn.
Thought
Oh,
lost
shit.
forever.
And it was just in the nunnery.
They're just hanging out,
Well,
just
you
chilling.
can talk amongst the other knights. You could ask Sir Kay why Arthur stopped here and knew that Excalibur was here. But even Kay looks astonished that he had it, that he found it.
Who doesn't look astonished?
Arthur. Well,
Arthur.
nobody, because Arthur just pulled it out. Everyone was surprised he came in and came out with that blade.
Was it in another rock?
No.
Okay.
You wanna ask-
Hit a
if you
second
want, you
rock.
could ask Kay why Arthur stopped here.
Yeah.
Hey, why did Arthur stop at this nunnery from which he procured that sword. Capital T, capital S.
Odium, right?
Yes.
That sword.
That sword.
That sword.
Trademark.
TM.
I don't know. I guess she had it.
Who's she?
She.
Well, I know why Arthur stopped here. This is the nunnery where Lady Guinevere resides.
Ah.
Oh.
Now,
Suddenly, it all makes sense.
Everyone goes a little bit quiet as we awkwardly
hush.
talk about his ex.
we awkwardly
We were
talk.
about to go into combat. Arthur had to stop and talk to his ex real quick, and nobody was comfortable.
Everything is very cool, yes?
Yeah. They still talk? Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
You don't see that a lot. That's nice.
Yeah.
But you see Arthur holding aloft the blade Excalibur, and it glows, it shines. No steel blade is as reflective and glimmers as this one. It is a combination of the peak of metallurgy of this time, as well as that of fey magic itself, blessed with Catholic light. It's unequaled. Land as a
Catholics,
weapon.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
Someday
called
I'd like to put some paganism in that, but that's for another time.
the sword. It's mostly pagan, dude.
Do I know that?
Yes, everyone knows it.
You know, I hope you all remember that there's some paganism in that sword.
What were you saying, Cassie?
I'm just quoting a John Mulaney bit
Okay.
where
God,
he's
it's
like
bread.
talking about like
The bread of God is bread. He will give us bread.
Anyway,
God can't hear you.
Holy shit.
Arthur takes a moment, considering this fine weapon that is at last returned to him, sheathes it appropriately, as would perhaps any man care for his best friend, and you carry on.
Good sheathing. Very good sheathing on our Lord.
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
Very good sheathing.
10.
Get 10 glory for witnessing Arthur's sheathing.
Oh, man.
Oh, sweet.
Fucking Grampton.
Really?
leans
Okay,
over
cool,
to
yeah,
the
go
knight.
for it.
Where, oh,
I don't know.
sorry,
Top.
I'm gonna just like reach over and get this here.
Yeah, we don't have
pencil.
pencils. None of us brought pencils.
Oh,
Pens.
Oh.
hang on.
Grampton leans over to the knight immediately next to him and goes, and that is why he's king. You see that sheathing? That's good. Okay.
What's up?
That-
What do we get? What do we get? Plus
The Magus 772 has also followed us. Woo!
Oh, hey!
Is he one of yours?
Not one of mine, but I have heard of this gentleman.
Is he good?
Yeah.
Is he cool?
I believe he's
Oh, thank
subscribed to
you.
me.
4 more
I
pencils.
think he follows or subscribes. I can't remember.
What are we gaining a plus for?
Plus 10 for witnessing Arthur being reunited with
Plus
the Grail.
what?
Glory.
Glory.
So there's
Plus
adding
10
10 to the
glory.
count over here?
Is there a glory?
Oh, there is.
Somewhere?
There is in
It's
fact.
the very top
glory.
right.
Oh
under
my
your
God.
shield. It's the biggest section on your
have-
thing.
Holy jeez.
I have a lot of glory.
Yeah,
Me
it's
too.
like you got 7,000 for finding the Grail and restoring King Arthur back to full strength. Because
I
last
did,
time
yeah.
you were 1,000 just for being knights.
I got 1,000.
Oh, and your round table knights on top of that now.
The Knights of the Round.
Stop it! End of the game. I will let you sing that song.
What about that?
I don't want to say that, man.
All
I
right.
don't want to sing.
No,
it.
you'll sing the full thing, young man, and you will like it. We'll put the lyrics up and everything.
Sir Odium's just quietly trying to see if he can do the same sheathing, and he's just like, oh, this is
It's not the
not as
same.
good. I'm just not as good.
You're just like we all look at you like
Just shaking my head, really disappointedly looking at my thigh while I'm doing this.
I can't. No.
you're right.
It's just not working. Huh?
You have an axe though. You don't have a sword.
Well, you know, everyone's got a
trying
little
to
one. Oh, it's my lance. I'm trying to sheath my lance.
Lances don't have sheaths.
Yeah, well,
do
you're-
they?
They have a strap where you
Yeah.
hook it.
When
He's
you're
just kind of like
when you're a
the.
pagan,
Instead of using the sheath, you gotta use your strap on.
yeah.
Get it together.
Listen, if you're a pagan, you'd understand. All right.
Oh,
Then
is
I'm-
that the reason why?
then
Are
I'm
you
glad I
sure?
don't.
There's Lysandra. Don't speak for me like this. Never do that.
Don't lump me in with you.
Don't you have a lance strap as well?
No.
She's reverently holding Merlin's staff. No! Shh, baby, he didn't mean it.
Don't you have a strap in your lance? No, no. God.
Okay.
You arrive at a set of standing stones just out of range of Mordred's army. Arthur has... Oh, now you stop working, you giant asshole. 1 second.
Big dink.
Sorry, 1 second. Pictures are doing a weird thing. I can fix it. Didn't break. Nothing broke. I'm fine.
Ding.
We're here.
Okay, now it works. Cool.
Henge of stone.
It's not, but it's a set of standing stones just out of the range of Mordred's army. Arthur has ascended the hill and rests beneath the stones. The remainder of the soldiers prepare. In the distance, you can see Mordred's camp, the torches burning bright. Now, it is the night before the battle. You can all prepare in different ways.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Looking out over the field of torches in Mordred's army.
Yeah?
Grampton's gonna do a classic, like, lean over to the person who's next to him. I imagine if you're there, he'd be like, how many do you think there are?
More than you.
Too many.
Too many nights.
Oh no.
Stop
boy.
that.
Sir Odium is just kind of quietly under a tree reading his little things that he has with him.
His pamphlet of
He's
Saxon.
taking
sorry,
an odd
pagan
amount
lore.
of comfort in them. Like he looks kind of, just like, all right, tomorrow's tomorrow.
Pagan pamphlets.
Bacon pancakes.
Sir Johann is merely basking in the glory of the light in front of him. Gives a little treat to Captain.
Is that the name of your falcon?
Yes.
Captain the Falcon.
Captain Falcon. He can show
I
you
hate
his
you.
moves.
I should stop it!
Hey, is a falcon able to,
Punch people?
if it's a captain?
No, it's a fucking falcon.
I mean, I don't necessarily know
Technically,
that
if
he's
it dive
got
bombs
this
into the
threat.
stomach, it is a gut punch.
So he can.
Sorry, Cassie, what were you saying?
I feel like that's more akin to a falcon kick.
It's true.
Oh, that's baller. That's like a common rider. I'm down for that.
Captain Falcon basically is a common rider. Anyway,
Yeah.
You're correct.
You are technically correct.
Very
the best kind of correct.
does anyone want to do anything to prepare for the battle apart from just simple meditation?
I don't know what my options are necessarily.
Whatever you think you would have on hand. You can try and scout out the enemy. You can talk to your fellow knights. You can tell a rousing story of adventure to boost everyone's morale.
Oh,
yeah.
So this one time at band camp.
And good fucking god. I am going to attempt to use Orate as a skill to kind of like rally and rouse the men. I'm going to tell some stories about how we went and fought a vampire in a big silver castle and got this cup that has unending blood. Do we have the cup with us?
No, you left it back at Camelot.
Fuck! Why?
Well,
It would have been great to just shower people in the blood of endless Christ.
I will remind you, Mordred's men are all mortals, and you would just heal them with that cup. 1. 2, it's the fucking Holy Grail. No. 3, it's already been stolen. But anyway.
Oh, that happened at the
Yeah.
end of our thing.
Because-
Do we know that?
No, not yet.
Does Arthur know that?
No one knows that it happened. It literally happened as soon as you left.
Meta,
Hilarious.
we know.
Oh,
Yeah, Sarek the Demi-Lich stole it and turned it into a gauntlet. He's had it for like a year now.
does the gauntlet bleed?
No, well, a little.
So now he's just like,
Doesn't sound very.
He's mounted in
endless blood of Christ.
This glove is very uncomfortable. It is consistently moist with the blood of my
The
savior.
consistent blood of Christ, not the endless.
He has the Infinity Soul dice mounted in the center of it. He's been doing a lot with it.
All right.
He resurrected a lot of people with it. It was a mess in Maiden.
So let's see if I can get under. So I got 14 under 17 to
Orate.
rouse
Congratulations.
the men with Orate, to give everybody rousing stories of Arthur and how we got him back with the cup. We got him.
We did the cup thing.
We did the cup thing, and how these people might outnumber us.
We call this story 4 Nights, 1 Cup.
But have you seen?
Sam, get my mace! Get my mace! Hit him with it! He won't learn!
I don't.
Oh shit, is she getting it?
Yeah, she's getting
crap.
Oh,
this.
snap. Wait,
Didn't
what?
we play this
Wait,
before
what?
and I stole
Whoa!
That's hubris.
I once had a professor in college, my digital painting teacher, and when people weren't paying attention, he threatened that one day he would bring in a bucket full of wet sponges and throw them at us.
Did he ever?
No.
Aww.
I'm a little sad about it.
That would have been a day.
But,
Sad about it. A whole day.
but that's a great idea.
That is a
though.
really
I
great
love
idea.
That. That's very good.
If I didn't have as many electronics as I did in this space, that would be viable.
Would it be possible with Mordred's camp to pull off any kind of heraldry or recognition checks on any
Of
flag
course,
we might
yeah,
be
you
seeing?
can.
Ooh, I would also
Alright.
like to participate in the recognized checks.
So what's the difference between heraldry and recognize?
Heraldry, you're doing it by their banners. Recognize, you're looking at their face.
Banner seems more reasonable
Can
to
we
do at this
actually see their
distance.
face from here?
No.
Do I have a
Alright, I'm gonna...
scopy thing?
Normally, no, but because Excalibur and Camelot and Excalibur had like reflective lenses, and you can see it in the film, I will allow you to have it for the purposes of this.
Huzzah! I would like to try and do some recognizing.
Alright,
Chris, you go first,
heraldry.
and then you can go next, Ark.
I rolled a 2 under 16.
Fuck.
You easily see several banners of Grail Knights, men that were up until last you heard loyal to Arthur. But there's other things you don't recognize as well. Actually, Chris, I'm going to let you have your roll because I need to convey this information. There are at least several camps of Grail Knights, as well as Saxon banners side by side.
I'm real bummed out about those Saxon banners.
That's fucking awful.
It really is.
I'm gonna be mad about this again.
Now, for you, what you saw through the telescope,
11 under
you
16.
can't identify what any of this is. 1 second. You can't identify what any of this is, but you notice there's some encampments within the camp that are different from the others. There's one large tent that seems to be made from rotted leather that has fires coming from within. There's what appear to be cages. One section.
What's in the cages?
You can't tell because you failed the roll.
Shit.
And there's one last tent. Now, you can clearly
It
tell...
takes my failed roll. I only failed by slightliness. Can I like see the Saxon banners and be like, oh fuck those Saxons?
You sure can. Now, here's the thing. In addition to the biggest tent, which is obviously Mordred's tent, as he's the leader of the army, there's a very, very luxurious tent in one corner that appears small at first, but you keep seeing processions of people coming in and out, more than that could accommodate the tent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pitch black in cloth. I did a bad
Recognize
thing.
this asshole vampire that we goofed earlier.
No, it's...
I feel like I should probably tell at least my close friends, there are a lot of identifiable Grail Knights down there. We'd best be prepared to deal with our former comrades.
If they stand against our king and his holy sword, then they shall die. 11 under 16. I fucking hate Saxons.
Okay.
I'm only
Normally, Connell, I would tell you to put that ahead of a roll, because once you make a passion roll, you add plus 10 to your next roll, whatever that is.
nice.
So I'm going to add that to your orate, and your army's just going to be doing that much better the next day.
Huzzah!
There's fucking Saxons down there.
Working with our boys!
I don't know if any of you are friends with some of them. I saw amongst others. I saw Sir Augustine of Grape. I saw Sir Peel of Banan. I saw Sir Tangerine of Juicy.
You should feel bad about all
What
of
is
those.
happening? Why?
And
I
cause
know.
of Peach.
He's over there. I don't know. He's with us. Sir Tangerine of Juicy and I have a long, torrid history, and it saddens me. I may have to cleft his thinking muscle in twain with mine axe.
Is the blacksmith over there Sir Granny of Smith?
I don't. This is no time for joking, Sir Knight. I'm trying to tell you, Sir Tangerine of the Juicy is down there, an enemy of our lord, and you're making jokes about apples?
Once our friend and ally, so Juicy, now stands against us.
Tangerine of the Juicy.
As you all get ready for bed, Lysandra,
Yes.
sleep starts to overcome you. You hear a very familiar voice calling your name.
You gotta get into the mic.
I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah, you gotta. You gotta do
Lysandra.
the whisper talks. You gotta get in.
Take the staff to Arthur. Merlin, calling to you in your dreams. You wake up. What do you do?
I take the damn stuff to friggin' Arthur.
Okay,
Roll
now,
off a clip.
you have a choice, and you can make my life either easier or harder by this choice. Do you want to... You have enough aptitude that if you roll fairy lore, you can watch what happens between Merlin and Arthur in their dreams. It will make my life infinitely harder because I have to try and remember that entire fucking dialogue.
Do
face.
It's pretty funny when people
Roll
make
to
your
do it.
life
I'm
harder.
so torn because
Then
it
roll to
sounds
do it.
fucking awesome, but I also don't want to make your life more difficult.
That's all right. I'll
Let the
do
dice
it.
decide.
I am committed to the act. I'm just letting you know the consequences to the audience because I'm gonna fuck this up because I didn't want to transcribe the entire
Alright.
fucking last 20 minutes of the movie.
Make his
Okay.
life
Here's
hard.
what's gonna happen.
Yeah?
Even says I asked you to do it.
All right.
Odd says I don't.
Go ahead.
That's a 1.
Damn.
All right. Screw it. I'll do it anyway.
You
You know
the
what?
audience is
There
gonna
was
watch
such
it.
positivity coming about it. Thank you. And you hear, as you're sitting there, holding the staff, you hear Arthur calling for Merlin. Where are you, my friend? And you hear Merlin saying, Arthur. And you're now in the dream with the two of them. As I lean into the microphone. You're welcome.
Love you.
Merlin, are you there? Yes, my friend. Your love brought me back, and you can hear him calling all the way from Camelot. And both you and Arthur awaken to the dream, and there is Merlin, wearing his traditional robe, his weird as hell silver hat that he wore. Says, Merlin, are you a dream? A dream? Some. A nightmare to others! And he disappears.
Oh, fuck. What have I done?
And that is literally how that scene ends.
Wait, you did this whole thing about how this would be a pain in the ass to remember.
I'm very dramatic. Well, you know what? Yeah, but that's when he goes and talks to Morgana. And you can actually see, you're now following this from Merlin's perspective, and he's now in Mordred's tent, walking through the legions of Mordred's army, capped in horrid, spiky armor. Some of which are, in fact, your own fellow knights who have had their armor modified to match the motif of Mordred. Passing through, you even see a young man in golden armor with a luxurious mask and helmet that has been bound to look like a beautiful face and golden hair. I think you know who that is.
Legolas.
Shut up. And you pass into the tent, and there is Merlin speaking with Morgana. You can only hear bits of it because it's so far away. You've been using the charm of making to keep yourself young. When I used it, I had to lay rest for 9 months. Do you remember it, Morgana? She passes her hand through the air in front of him and realizes he's just an illusion. Use it, Morgana. Use the charm of making. Bring back the mist. I'm going to try and say the charm of making. This is going to be a pain in the ass entirely. Where are you?
Latu.
Shut up!
Barata.
Stop it!
Ball-
Anal nafrach, or berchs berthad do sheldenma, cries Morgana, and she cries it over and over again. As she does, fog and mist start trailing out of her mouth, billowing out from the tent and filling the valley, making it almost impossible for anyone to see who's approaching. And as you do, you see this. You hear Merlin saying, good, good. And Morgana begins to age
Oh shit.
rapidly as she fills the valley with more and more fog, as time is finally catching up with her. And you hear that young man in the golden armor come in. Mother, what is going on? And he pulls off his helmet, and he sees an elderly woman in his mother's clothing. Whether he doesn't recognize her or he does, the young man who you know to be Mordred impales Morgana away. And the dream ends.
Oh fuck.
Um,
Oh, Merlin fucking played her.
Everybody,
Oh.
good job, Lysandra. You're the reason all of this good shit just happened.
Matricide.
hey!
Yeah.
And as you get up, you see Arthur, as you wake up, you see Arthur is looking down at you, and he offers you his hand.
I grab his hand and
Also, Save Point Stew has followed us. Thank you, Save Point Stew.
Hey!
Hey.
So, picks you up, says, and looks at the staff that you have. I owe you a debt of thanks.
Milady.
I only do what is right. For your honor, my lord.
Your honor as well. Come, we battle. Knights! You all wake up to this. The cry of Arthur coming down from the standing stones. Merlin has given us one last boon. The fog will hide our numbers. Charge forth into battle. We face the end. Huzzah!
Ah!
Huzzah!
I'll get you unified at one point. And you charge forth.
Yes!
Gleaming armor of the Knights of the Round Table. All of you. Majestically prancing forward on your horses. Lances out. There is no more time for cutscenes. It's time for some goddamn combat.
What?
Cerodium just drops his strap. I won't need this anymore.
Duly noted.
His lance strap. The thing we all have for our lances.
We've had this discussion.
I am not alone.
I see the one over. I can't tell who it is. He went by, but that one had a lance strap. Look, it's on the floor.
So, the first wave of combat is against Mordred's most outlying army, his archers and his bandits.
How archers in the outline?
Oh yeah.
Well, they're woodsmen archers, not
He hates them.
not proper military archers. These are like tradesmen he's brought up and said.
Also, if they're like,
But they're all dressed as bandits.
if they're all in a bunch of mist and they can't see us coming and stuff like that, oftentimes, like battle formations, especially back then, would have the archers in the front at first, firing, and then they would move spears and shields in front of them and have the archers move back when the enemy approached, but they can't see us coming now because of the mist.
Okay.
Thankfully.
But yeah, Merlin kind of fooled her into using the power of creation, which A, caused her to age crazy fast and like screwed her over, and B, fucked up his army, so now they can't see us coming.
Yeah.
If I understand that correctly.
Yes. So basically, you are all filing into this mist as groups. And now, Steve the Sergios has followed us, and Stuart Newsom has subscribed. Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
I know some of those folks from our Evil Ink streams.
Cool. Welcome.
Fucking awesome. Welcome. We're having
So-
ourselves a great old time.
It's time to fight the archers and bandits, my friends. You are now on horseback, and you are still have your lances unless you choose to use a different weapon. Yes, you with the hands.
the bow.
What?
Are they Saxons?
No. They are bandits and archers.
Huh.
Just folk. Highwaymen. Brigands.
I'm gonna see.
Some dudes.
Could I use orate to do a battle cry as we rush into them?
Of course you can.
Oh, fucking awesome. Alright. I'm gonna get fucking 17 under 17.
Wait, 17?
Yeah.
That's a critical hit.
That's correct. So, riding towards these people, we go, For Arthur!
For Arthur! Cries from the fog. All of you will get plus 5 on all of your next combat rolls.
Hell yeah.
Now, if you are all on horseback fighting people on the ground, you get an automatic plus 5 to your any combat roll you make.
None of this matters because I have 20 on my bow.
I know, but now you're critical more often.
So wait, but if,
So
I,
you have
if,
plus
my,
10
if my bow number goes from 20 to 25, I can't roll a 25.
No, but if you go from a 16 to a 20, that'll crit. So the more
the more that over, it just goes the critical
range
Goes down.
increases.
goes
Okay.
into the
So
20.
So-
we've got plus 5 horseback and plus 5 cool shouting.
yeah.
So anything
Cool
over
shouting.
10
Anything over 10
on
is a
our
crit.
20 weapons
I have
is
a
a
50%
critical success.
chance of critting.
Now, if you're using your lances, that's an additional plus 5.
So plus 15 on lances.
Yes.
I'm cool with my lance.
Okay, yeah.
And you can add passions to that and just make the whole thing critical. It's the first round.
I want to turn them into mist. Like,
Do it! It's the last battle! It's the last time to do
How many of them can I stack on the lance?
That will not see me coming and then get an extra bonus.
Yes, you can.
Which one makes more sense?
Awareness in this case.
Awareness.
I don't want to juice the folk. I want to juice the armored people.
15 under 17.
Excellent. You
Why not both?
get another, let's say plus 2 on that one.
So 28 then.
Yeah.
On my bow.
I am going to see how many people I can
Make your attack rolls on your...
stack my lance.
All right. Firing with the bow.
Alright, so I roll a 17.
Okay, well, I'm going to go down the line because you're all fighting separate fights, so they're not connected.
14.
14? Under
Well,
a lot?
Yeah.
Could you
14
just
under
tell me whether or
15.
not you critical?
It's 14 under 15 on paper, so that's 29.
Yeah.
Is that crit?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to have to keep track of your own critting on that one. So you got a plus 10, plus a 5, so plus
Critting's
15.
Over 20, right?
Yeah, over 20, yeah.
Yeah, so it's over 20.
Yeah.
It's 29.
So if you... All right, so let's get their defense roll, because they get one too. What else has happened? What else? Dark Somerswood has donated $1 to shout out to Dr. Terrawad and Glass Reflection. Thank you, Dark Somerswood, for your donation. Every little bit is wonderful. So I'm going to roll their defenses to avoid you because are you targeting an archer or are you targeting a
I
bandit?
love you too, I'll say an archer.
What?
I'll say an archer.
Okay.
I feel like they're because of common tactics. I'm like, well, if we don't deal with the archers, we're just going to see them again. So
Cool. In no way did they get their defense. You get your full damage. Go ahead.
What am I rolling?
Oh no.
You roll your damage,
Oh no.
and because you critted, you multiply that by 2.
Knuckles.
Oh boy, where's my damage at?
It should be.
Oh, here we go.
It's your horse's damage.
7. Oh, horse damage. 7d6.
No, are you using a bow or are you using your lance?
I'm using my lance.
Okay, yeah, that's 7d6 times 2, so 14d6 is what you're hitting him with.
Jeez. Okay, I have 1.
Hang on, I got more dice.
Okay.
We got more dice coming.
Either that, or I'll just drag out my phone and use it.
Right, I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need more dice than just my d20s.
I should have brought my d6s.
Are you against using dice rollers?
Thank you. Oh, I
If,
like these colors.
if you crit, you can use the dice roller.
Okay.
We should have enough dice here for like the simple rolls.
Yeah. So I'm doing 7 and then doubling it.
I mean, I got lots of stuff.
It's all in d6s, right?
Yeah, all damage is in d6s.
Okay. Good.
All right.
I've got a little.
All right, rolling 7.
Yeah.
I have got 6, 8, 10, 15, 20, 22 times 2 is 44.
Cool. He's already dead.
How much do I need to get him, just out of curiosity?
I'm not going to tell you that. I'm the game master. But 20. How much was it? 44?
44, but
So-
was it exponential?
Of course it was.
Okay.
So
How much of him is there?
the point is, was your lance?
Yeah.
You charge down, rear out, and you're like, I might miss. You so you kip low and bring it up, and you drag it up his torso. I will remind you, as a bandit, he has no fucking armor on him, so it just cuts him in half with a lance, which is majestic, by the way, and nearly impossible. Rolls, and because you crit
Bladed. It's just a point.
and speed, but it does explode.
It's a cone, actually.
But it does explode because you did crit with it, so you only have one lance left.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Next up, Connell.
So I rolled a 17.
That's pretty close with the amount of modifiers.
Which is way within the crit range
Yeah.
on this lance here.
So crit range is like anything higher than like an 8 now.
Yeah.
Now I'm riding into the archers.
Steve the Sergios has donated $8.48. Thank you, Steve. Thou shalt taketh mine Saxon money and savor it. Very well, Steve, but we're killing your ancestors.
He's mad about it.
Yeah, I thought your ancestors were the Danes. Steve, I thought you were a Viking.
Didn't you want to
No,
kill
he's half a
Later,
Dane.
I love you.
Sorry,
Didn't you want to kill the Danes today?
What? Well, I was curious as to where the Danes were and
Well,
if they were involved.
we
and
haven't
why
really
the Saxons were the bad guys.
We haven't introduced them narratively, so no. But
And
they
then
would
I
be bad
realized
guys.
That this is a point in history when they weren't a thing quite yet.
Their ancestors were.
Yeah.
Which were the catch-all term for all of them was Saxons, but there could be anyway. I'm not here to discuss the minutiae of the legend. So roll your damage, and you tell me how much you got and what did you target.
Okay. I'm riding into the archers because I've been playing a lot of Total War, and running cavalry into archers just fucks them. So now it says under here for my lance, it doesn't have damage listed for lances, which I think is
It's your horse. It's because it's your horse.
It's just the horse. My best horse,
Yeah.
says it's 7d6.
Yep.
So.
So 14d6.
5, 6, 7. All right, so we're gonna remove.
But you crit it, so that lance is going to explode because you crit it.
Oh yeah.
Does that mean the
explode
archer
my lance
exploded
all over
too?
some people?
I will describe what happened to his.
All right.
So that's 6, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22 damage.
Well, he's a lot. Wait, 14d6?
Oh, on 14d6? I just rolled 7.
Yeah, you got to roll another 7 because you crit it.
I only rolled 7.
Yeah, no, you killed him before you were even done.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of ones.
Yeah, but you got to roll. When you crit, you do double damage.
10.
Okay.
So 15 and 22 is 37.
Yeah, cool. So
7. Bro?
In a row?
So, because you're Grampton and you're majestic about it, you
Brampton St. Frumper Frabble, aboard
You
his steed,
charge in.
Into combat.
You charge in, your lance explodes
worse?
and shatters. And you have already let go of it because you're already riding past majestic hair flowing in the wind under your helmet as he explodes behind you. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh, do we do the anime thing where I like ride past him and I still have like half a lance and then behind he's like
Yeah, pretty much.
explodes? That's awesome.
Cassie, what did you target? Lysandra.
Yes. I am on my horse, my bow drawn, and I hit it was a 3.
What were you targeting? Bandit or an archer?
An archer.
Okay.
I have a question, because under bow, there's 2 numbers. There's a 15 in parentheses and an 18 in
Pick the bigger number.
18. A 3 under 18 plus the 10.
Because I think the 15 is just if you had a bow, but you're trained in bow, so it's the 18.
Yeah, by default, that's your starting stats.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. So, yeah, 18. But I rolled a 3.
You didn't crit, but you just got good arrow damage.
That's good. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
So you'll be doing your arrow damage, which should be your normal damage for this.
Cool. Where is it?
Your normal damage should be at the very middle column.
Middle column at the
Middle
top.
column. Attributes.
46.
46?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's an arrow, they don't get a defense from it. I can't roll.
While
love
she's
those
rolling, I
dice,
do
by
have a
the way.
question, though.
Yeah.
I actually have a
They're so rad.
3d6 written for my bow. Why is it a 3d6 over the 5d6 damage that I normally have?
Oh, then that's the bow. Then that's the actual bow damage. It should be 3d6. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a 16.
16? All right, I'll let you have that roll for it because it's just
We
majestic.
didn't know, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
but
it's
norm.
just majestic.
Yeah, but the counter off is they don't get a defense roll on an arrow because how the hell do you guard against that without a shield?
Oh, yeah, shield.
They don't. They're just archers. So yeah, just how much?
16 damage.
Well, he doesn't get a defense roll with that. But I will see whether or not, because he did 16, so he will get a major wound. Let's see if he lives. He's alive, but you got him in the eye.
Oh!
So it's like,
I don't want
ah!
It's
Oh!
He just goes to the guy next to him. I used to be a Saxon like you. And I took an arrow to the eye.
Shadow Crone is now hosting us. Thank you, Shadow Crone.
Thank
Yay, Shadow Crown.
Sam, do you want some of these notepad papers back so you aren't killing all of the paper I have?
I wouldn't want to survive an arrow to my eye.
Yeah.
That'd be awful.
Ark, who did you target?
Okay, I targeted an archer.
Okay.
Yes.
The one that nobody else is doing.
All right.
And I'm going from a distance on my horse, going like...
Go for it. Remember, if you crit, double damage.
Well, I rolled an 18.
So you critted,
I critted.
double damage.
So that is, instead of 3d6, it's 66?
That is correct.
Okay. Full handful.
My fucking lands.
Whole handful.
3 of them were 1s. One's a 2, one's a 3.
Rip.
2 3s. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Reroll it.
11.
Reroll it.
Like, no. Like, look at that.
You critted. Reroll it. Reroll it.
Yeah, well,
Reroll
Yeah.
it. We're all doing too much awesome shit.
Saddest
I
crit ever.
rolled 4 1s.
I critted his ear.
watch you also shoot the same guy.
Okay.
He like just gets the arrow out and is like,
10,
ah!
11.
I hate that I'm alive.
And then he also survives that. It's like, why?
22.
22 damage on an archer. He is. Did you go after the same one Lysandra did?
No.
Nope. All right. He is still alive. Let's see if he survived it. Yes, he did. So you got the opposite eye. Ah! I know, right? Ah!
Oh, come on!
What is it with the eyes of these people?
It's
Fuck!
better than like the legs where they just be going.
Oh, I should have done that.
I turned briefly to Sir Grampton to say, our comrades are a little bit cruel with these archers.
Yeah.
Putting their eyes out.
At least they're alive, unlike you. He's like jamming.
No, but mine ended. He's
dead.
He's dead now. And then he exploded.
Our comrades are being very torturous with their glory.
Putting us
So-
How is it my fault?
First the eye, then the other eye.
I'm supposed to be alive.
So,
It's not supposed to be alive.
no, I'm sorry. The advantage of the bows is the fact that it's ranged. That's why the damage is so low. Everything else has to be in melee.
Okay.
So,
Well, at least don't lose lances on a crit.
yeah. So,
I've got a shield.
as you are clearing up, and you're starting to lose your allies among the fog and mist, because there's all these different battlements up and around, you're easily navigating them, but you can't hear anyone clearly. And then from the fog, you see a new unit you've never seen before. These men wear heavy blackened plate that are otherwise featureless, apart from a hand painted in white on the helm.
Oh,
Fuck.
Their skin is the color of dirty mud, and their teeth jut from their jaw like misshapen fangs. They roar and speak a language you do not know, with yellow eyes that stare at you with hate and violence.
Make Spurger the menu, boys.
It is, in fact, yes.
Ah,
They are massive, towering humanoid men, but you've never seen them before, and they roar at you in fury.
Dun, dun.
Doom, doom, doom.
Okay. Who though, when watching Lord of the Rings, felt that theme when they played was very reminiscent of like Bowser's theme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Like bum 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 bum.
So either way, Urukai are hunting you now. Would you like to engage them in combat?
Well,
There's
if
about-
I've gotten through the archers.
Yeah, you
then
have.
We're gonna go for
Pretty
that
much.
next.
There's a couple of archers left. Well, you can choose to keep engaging the archers and the bandits, or you can deal with this new unit, which is now openly stalking the field.
Is anyone else there with us, or is it just the four?
It's
of
just the
us?
four of you, but these guys are going to disperse into the battlefield. Now, you've seen them, but with all the black plate they're wearing, they might get someone off guard.
Well, then I'm gonna try to engage him.
Go ahead.
Go.
Yeah.
Join battle! Honorably and face them so.
We Lanson?
We Lanson,
We Lanson.
Okay, so
Lance
bro.
off.
All right, this I actually have to roll to see who goes first.
how does the crit situation work with the plus 10?
Okay, so you got +5 for the orate that I did.
Yeah.
Check something really quick.
Additional +5
If you're on horse.
if you're on horse.
Yeah.
Everything that you have that goes like it adds to your current score, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you're using your sword. You're at 16.
Yeah.
So if you have +10 from these other things,
Mm-hmm.
then your 16 becomes 26. But if it's over 20, everything over 20 then folds back into the 20.
Mm-hmm.
So then instead of being at 26, because you can't roll a 26 on a d20, that now it's everything that you roll that is over 14 is now a crit, because that 6 folds in.
Oh, I see.
Um,
Okay.
So now if you roll over a 14, like no matter what you roll on the d20, it's a success. If you roll over a 14, it's a critical now.
Right.
So, each of you make a dex roll to see. I want to see whether or not you go before, where you guys go in around
Oh,
that.
I already rolled my attack roll. Should I just hold on to that?
Yeah, hold on to that and get your dex roll.
Dex.
Just make it straight up. No, wait. Tell me your movement rate. Sorry, just tell me your movement rate. It'll tell me what to do.
Movement rate 3.
Cool.
3.
Same for me.
Oh, you 3?
I'm on my horse.
Oh, on a
It's
horse
8.
is it 8?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, yeah,
Oh,
horse
horse
is
is
8.
Horse is 8.
Cool.
Oh.
So you're gonna go before them.
Okay.
You better hope you kill them.
Okay. Well, I rolled for damage, or I rolled attack already, so.
What'd you get?
I rolled 13 on my bow, but the bow was 20, bumped up to like 32, I
Yeah.
think now, so that's a crit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So make a damage roll. Maybe you'll kill it. Maybe.
The world's slowest arrow.
What?
24.
Save Point Stu. Save Point Stu is hosting us. Thank you, Save Point Stu.
Hey, thank you, Stu.
It's a lot of stew.
Oh, who's gonna die first? Can I get in on that?
Who is
Who's
it?
gonna die?
Oh wait, they can't tell us, because then we might.
We'll try to screw it
Oh,
up.
wait, yeah.
Can I get in on
Can't
this? Sure, I'll give you who I think is gonna die first.
I don't like the
Wait,
idea.
actually, that shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
You can actually influence.
I won't cheat like that.
How do we know?
I'm a good game master, and it's really hard.
On who trusts him to
Sam, that's who I think is gonna die first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same one everyone else.
Okay, cool. Wow, I was right.
Okay.
Okay, if that's the same one as everyone else, then it's me.
So-
24 damage.
24 damage. He's still alive. And you have not triggered his major wound.
What does that
It
mean?
means you hit him, and he knows you exist. And it's just the arrow flies through the air, shoots into him.
and he just keeps running because they do that.
Just keep running.
Okay, no. You did get his major wound. Let's see if he made it. Yeah. You did deal enough to do a major wound to him, so it's now shot right into his shoulder. And it looks like his shoulder's about to explode, and you just see him go, "Grr!" Flex his muscles around it. The arrow snaps off, and he looks at you.
Good thing I'm a good ways away from him. Because bows, man.
This is missed. You have to be close enough to see him. He's going to charge and reach you.
Oh no.
I did not realize that. Otherwise, I would not have been using bows if I did not have my range.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
No.
You're in mist. I said they came out of
Get
the
rid of
mist.
staff. Maybe you can shoot some magics. Is that
I
how
don't-
magics work?
You don't know how that
Shoot some
staff
I
magic
works.
don't know how that works, dude.
Wave it.
Point it really hard. That's what they do.
She was
in
at the
Harry
part in the
Potter.
lessons where it's like, Mandrake, good for keeping the erections, also killing a man. Good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're at like it's like we're at like textbook level. We're not at like actual practical use level yet.
I'm pointing
So who's
my
next?
wand as
Cassie, go ahead.
Yeah.
What's the worst that happen if you just point it and yell whatever the orcs are yelling?
So
Phonetically sound it out.
on my bow, I rolled a 4.
Okay. You're going to hit.
Yep. and we're back to doing this again. And I am aiming for the same dickhole. What?
You tried to get last time?
What Arcata?
Oh.
We're changing. We're changing.
Oh, okay.
We're fighting the Urukai.
Yeah, we're fighting the Urukai now.
Leaving the one-eyed screaming archers behind.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Jesus Christ!
depth perception is going to be a problem for them now. So, we'll leave
Go ahead,
them be.
target the Urukai.
Yeah, by the same Urukai that is now looking at my friend Tristan over here. And it was a 4d6. This is some okay numbers. Oh, we're doing it again. 16.
16 damage?
Yeah.
Your arrow shoots into the Urukai's chest. You see him shudder tangibly, and he collapses over dead.
Oh, nice.
High five.
Call, here go.
Alright, I rolled an 11, which is within crit range. Oh, my spear, excuse me. I'm just gonna, like, plow into one of them.
Cool, make your damage roll. Don't get enough. He's gonna be alive and in melee.
And that's gonna suck. Alright, here we go.
You roll twice, though, right?
So that's 10, yes.
Okay.
6 and 5, so that's 21 plus. Oh, good.
Some numbers.
Another 26, 30, so 51 damage.
Great, so your lance does explode, but you do get another Urukai.
Okay, good.
How many lances do you have?
I had 2.
So
I am
you're-
now no lances.
You are Sir
You say you're
Lancelot.
Damn it! I was in the middle of it. I was just putting it together.
Sorry, Chris.
Chris, go ahead.
Scolded it.
So I rolled a 10, which I believe is crit.
What's your skill?
My lance skill is 15 plus the bonuses.
Would have been
Plus 10, right?
It was plus 15
Plus
if you were
15.
using lances, because it was
Yeah, you're
5
fine.
from Ori, 5 from Arthur, and then another 5 from Lance.
Alright.
although the Ori will be gone after this round.
So I'm doing 7d6 twice.
Yep.
All right.
And this because you critted, your lance will explode, and you are out of lances.
That's
I still have 2.
That's
Yeah, you do.
friggin'
And you could go find some more if you wanted to.
Fucking fine by me.
If only we could find someone that had a lot of lances.
I'm just imagining
9.
You're saying,
Oh,
Cassie?
that's
Sorry, Cassie, what were you saying?
he just fucking shows up on the battlefield.
And you get lances.
Let her say the joke. Let her say her joke, dude. Come on, let her say her joke. What were you saying?
I mean, that's basically it just shows up with just like, I got him! I got it! Oh, just fucking tosses them at everybody.
I did a nice round 50.
All right.
Damn.
Damn, son.
Hey,
You
nice
have
round.
killed another Urukai. However, one remains, and you are right next to him.
Oh, shit.
So, 1, 2, you two are not in melee. You two are. So, even odd. Even, Chris.
Oh my god.
Now, the reason why the Urukai have not been defending is because they were all out attacking, which gives them an automatic plus 10 on their attack skill. Because I basically used a special character for these boys to make this work. Where is it? And one of them draws forth his weird-ass axe, hatchet, sword thing. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, shit. You're lucky. Cool.
Oh no.
So,
Oh no.
5, 9,
9!
9 plus 6 is 15.
Yes.
20. 25. 27.
Wait, is this damage?
26 damage. Now,
That would have
Chris,
killed me.
he does have armor. That will negate it.
All right, where's my armor at?
Your armor's over here. You have 16 plus a shield, which gives you an additional 6.
Don't use the shield.
I won't use the shield.
It adds 2d6 if it uses the shield. It's that kind of an axe.
I won't use the shield. Someone told me, listen, I didn't cheat, but someone told me not to use the shield.
Okay.
So I have 16 armor.
Yeah.
So is it 16 off of that?
Take 16 off of that.
What was the total again?
26.
26 minus
Take
10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, did you get a major wound from that? Your major wound is at the top?
Yeah, total
Major
hit
wound
points.
is 16.
So if I deal 16 to you in a shot, you will take a major wound.
Okay. So that did 10. Where is my total hit points at?
It'll be right beneath that section.
Are right there.
30. Okay, so I've got 20 left. Oh, there's a current hit points thing here.
Yep.
So I'll do 30, cross it out at 20.
Second round, a single Urukai has finally done damage to you, and you realize, oh shit, this is the first time we've been really hurt by something. This is a scary place we're in.
This is scary, man.
I
Wow.
thought this was only a model.
This is scary, man.
Wait, where's HP situations?
I should know where my HP is.
But then there's a
I see.
counter thing.
And
you
then
can
that's
use.
major wound. So if they do 16 damage or more to you at once,
Yeah.
then you take a major wound and you get your current hit points there.
Yeah. Cool, thank you.
Yeah, because they basically attack with 7d6 no matter what.
Jeez.
Just out the gate.
Do I, by the way, since my second lance blew
Why
up,
is
is it
he-
assumed I have another weapon out now, or do I need
You
to
can draw your axe now,
Why does
Alright.
having a shield make it worse?
because the axe breaks the shield and the shield fragments get into your body.
Oh, that's...
Because the axes ignore shields.
Does my axe do that?
Yes, it
But
does.
it's only axes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all
Shields are
were,
great against swords.
y'all
Oh,
were
yeah.
laughing at my axe before.
Because axes are built to take on shields. This is a very specific kind of shield.
Shields are made of wood. And,
Yeah.
You know, axes chop wood. That's
Yeah.
what they do.
Chops
My shield's not made of wood.
It doesn't matter, Connor.
It's made of the blood of Christ.
It's made of the blood of Christ!
Anyway,
All right.
new round. Deal with the Urtikai.
Oh, I'm gonna attack this dude, but I've got a sword
What was the order
now.
again? I can't remember.
This way.
Okay.
I'm just
so-
doing this back and forth because it's easier.
All right. Since he's probably gonna die, I don't need to kill him in one shot. So I'm gonna bow him again.
Yes,
Boom.
Connell, what would you like to
Drop
do?
those on him.
Because Orate's out now.
Yeah.
Can I use it again? Will
Yeah,
it take my round if I do it again?
Yes.
We lost Ori, right?
You lost the bonus from Ori, but you can make a passion roll and give yourself another +10 if you want to. But if you fail that passion roll, go mine.
Okay,
So, yeah.
I licked this
damage,
pencil, it
I'll
was a
hit
bad
him,
idea.
I just won't crit him unless I go for passion.
Yes.
For Arthur!
Okay, make a passion roll. Oh, he's so invested now.
I used to lick pencils. And
Thankfully,
I
my
got
passion for
salted.
Arthur is 20, so I just need to roll under 20 on a d20.
Yes. Do it. 20 will.
20! Roll the 20! Arthur!
+20 on your roll.
Oh my god!
Did you roll a 20?
Yeah.
Then it means it's double critical. He goes through the entire battle that way.
No, it's just the next roll. It's just the next roll. It's just the next roll, Sam!
If he crits it, then he doesn't.
No, if he crits it, the modifier is +20 for that time. I checked.
But it's plus 10 for the rest of it.
It's +10. It's +20 on this roll and then +10 for the rest of the combat.
Wow.
Hang on.
Nobody loves Arthur as much as I.
All the eyes have gone.
All the eyes have gone.
I don't know, Lancelot's gonna show up. Hang on a second.
Just like attending to my
You
wounds.
say that and Lancelot fucking drops down from the sky in front of you. He's like, "Excuse me, sir."
This is how we summon Lancelot.
Oh my god!
He comes bursting out of the ground. Heard you talking shit!
Blood in my hand. I'm like never before in the eyes of, and it's like a mole exploding out of the ground.
Fucking grabs
Yeah.
your eyes.
No. It's only +20. Sam, it's only a +20.
Really?
I want Lancelot to do a German suplex.
But what you also get is 1 point in your passion. So you check off your passion, so it would have gone up.
Oh, so instead of a 20 passion, it's now a 21.
It will be when we reach winter phase, which will not happen because it's the end of the Camelot.
Well, fuck.
But next time you roll your character up, just put the check mark in there. Trust me, it'll count.
You could do it,
Do it.
friend. You got +20.
Oh, wait, the check mark, like in the check mark box?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you do ×3 damage though, because it's like a super crit.
Yeah, super crit. Super crit.
Well, it's still got the times 2. Just roll it. You pretty much killed this Urtikai.
Alright.
Your love for Arthur propels the arrow forward.
So instead of 3d6, then it's 96?
No,
Or
it's
is
just it just increased the skill is doubled or gain. The skill is either doubled
Okay.
or you gain a +20 modifier, whichever results in a higher value.
Okay.
Which one do you want?
Whichever one gives me more damage dice to roll.
It's only going to be the double damage dice.
Alright, so it's just going to be the 66 again.
Yeah.
Alright, whatever.
Oh, baby.
Oh, well. I was hoping, like, my love for Arthur
Means
means nothing!
It means a lot.
Okay, 4
There it is. Everyone got quiet when I looked up the rules on this. Oh, come on, Mike. Let him be passionate the whole game. No! This is a sad time.
21.
Damage?
Yep.
Cool.
He's not dead.
He's not, but he's pissed.
But hey, there are 3 other people going before
Yeah.
he does.
Please kill him.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Please kill this
Use your
Urtikai.
love of Arthur. Shoot a nuclear bomb through his head.
I tried that! Didn't work!
It almost did. It
almost
times
did.
3 damage. He's still standing.
Well, no,
It's only times 2, just the range will go up.
Ah.
And when we do a sequel game to this, yes, I have a plan for that.
Assuming, you know...
If you want to do it,
If we live.
no, it doesn't matter whether or not you live.
He's got plans to continue this narrative,
Okay.
regardless.
Roguelike.
Anyway, Cassie, you're next, please.
All right.
Please shoot this man.
Yes.
Please.
Yes. I follow my compatriots' lead. For Arthur.
Great compassion roll.
Yep. And that is a 6 under 20.
Yep. You will get your plus 10.
Cool. But now I've lost the plus.
You've
5
lost
from the
cost
orate.
plus 5 from the orate. You are mounted, but you're not using a lance, so that's plus 15 total.
Plus 15 total.
Yeah.
Dang, that's whoa.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. I'm using my bow.
Alright, so you have to get under 30.
That's a lot of damage, yeah.
Anything above a 10 is a crit.
That is a 17.
That's a crit. That's double damage.
Alright.
You
So that is.
fuck him. Please.
Yeah.
His eyes just illuminate as his brain explodes in a fiery detonation.
It's like everybody's right in front of Connell's face. It's just like, kill him, please, now! Help!
So 46 becomes 8d6.
It's 3d6.
What?
3D, it's 66.
For-
Because
For a bow.
For the bow,
It
it's normally...
says.
Oh, the bow is
Or-
3d6.
the 46 is your own physical damage you deal with your weapons.
Oh.
Bows are 3d6.
Oh.
Which would be your sword. That's 4d6. Your bow is
So that-
3d6.
Okay. Alright.
You can use your sword if you want to.
No.
No? No.
Don't get in here. It's
Alright.
awful. It's dangerous
Whoops.
over here.
Well,
That was a 2.
that's a
I'm gonna
2.
roll it.
No, we're gonna leave it. That's
I
a
do
lot
like
of.
the shape of those die.
These are fun. I like these a lot.
I think they're neat.
I think those are neat.
They're kind of like
that's
cylindrical, but not
12,
like pills, but
24.
dice.
That's actually lower than my normal damage.
How much was it?
That's 14.
14. He is still alive.
What the shitballs?
I'm still alive, but I'm...
He has, I'm not going to tell you how much he has left, but it's not a lot.
Is
He
there
has
blood
taken a
coming out of his
so
face?
much.
Okay.
So, ooh,
Blood.
oh no. So here's what happened.
Wait, what?
See, Ark, you got him with the arrow,
Yeah?
and it basically went right into where you imagined his heart would be. He just went, ah, and roars at you with great power and fury. And then the second arrow goes right between his eyes, and he's even more angry about it. But as he pulls it free, the blood gushes from his head, and he falls over dead. Died from his wounds.
Hey!
And you see the minor blood splatter on Connell, and he's just like,
Okay. Good.
Assassins! Sitting on a horse looking like level-faced with fucking urukai. It's like, help! And he falls over like,
The first major round of the combat is done, and no one has died. Huzzah!
Where did I get hit?
Oh God, where do you want to have been hit with an axe? Mostly right across your chest.
Yeah, so I
Actually,
got a big ass like Sagat scar.
yeah.
All right.
Well, it's not a scar; it's an open fucking
It
wound.
will be one day.
If you make it.
I'm like young Sagat.
Please do not dying.
leeches!
I got short
Talking the first of leeches!
because there are no more urukai for me to attack, I would like to draw my sword and heroically use orate to try and like rally troops
Go ahead.
and do some shit.
Do some
'Cause-
shit, bro.
Again, playing a lot of Total War, keeping people's morale up is fucking important.
Yeah.
Jesus, Harold Christ on rubber crutches. You don't want to lose that. Can I combine a passion into orate, like, or just?
Roll your passion,
Yeah.
and I'll give you a plus 10 if you win.
Yeah, okay, fucking dope. 14 under 20 for Arthur.
That's plus 10.
So then, fucking, it's a 1 under 17, so it didn't crit. But Orate just like draws the sword and is like, "Brother!"
And from scattered and too far away to hear properly now, your replies of "For Arthur, for Arthur, for Arthur." Realize how spread apart your army is in the mist, but everyone is still fighting. You're hearing a whole lot of cheers coming back.
Okay, good.
Alright, fuck yeah.
We're not fucked yet, lads!
Plus 2 to everyone's rolls.
Hooray!
Plus 2, yeah, because you critted last time and got a 5, so it's half.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna add combat skills plus 2.
So for my round, I'll take my axe out and turn the TV off.
There we go, fixed it.
I love that we're basically using that to, like, we're playing a game of Marco Polo to keep track of where the fuck the rest of the team is.
Arthur! I'm not gonna call my name, guys! There he is! Damn it!
Fuck!
There he is!
Camelot!
Shit!
So I'm taking my axe out because I got around to taking axe out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I could do that's useful.
You can easily open. Well, you don't have to do anything because the round is pretty much done.
What is compose?
Write poetry? Used it last time.
Yes, you did. Actually, I remember that.
You got into a poetry off with an undead knight.
Oh yeah.
You failed.
Poetry slam against an undead knight.
So mine's 15 and it says FL something 17.
That's just in total. It's 17.
Okay, 17.
You could try charging into the next enemy you see, because you're on horseback with an axe.
Yeah, but I'm hurt.
You ain't gonna get less hurt, and there's
Yeah.
more rounds of
I
combat.
don't want to go first if I'm hurt.
You can only get deader from here.
All right, you can try and choose to charge some of the remaining. Well, you had to draw your weapon, so that was your round.
Yeah.
So the next round begins. After the skirmish, you can hear Arthur trying to rally his troops rear back for a time to regain their strength. However, despite this, a new horror breaks the sky. Some kind of winged monstrosity that takes to the air and proceeds to hurl Greek fire at your fellows, and you see it parting
There
from
be
your
dragons. Oh,
Not
wait.
quite.
Is that a monkey?
Is that a winged fucking monkey? Is that from fucking Oz?
It might be.
I'm a lot less scared.
I thought it was gonna be fucking dragons.
God damn it.
Dragons don't hurl Greek fire. It's monkeys.
Yeah, they're throwing fucking incendiary grenades at us, basically.
Well, then,
Great.
instead of
Molotov
dragons,
cocktails, more or less.
However-
being another round table
Yeah.
is worldly. Would I recognize a monkey that is flying?
It would be either a knowledge. Do you have any? Okay, I need a refresher on what skills you would have that would recognize such a thing. Fairy lore would
like
do it.
maybe
I've
recognize.
got
That could-
recognize
That'll
16.
do. That'll do it. As well as fairy lore.
All right,
Right,
I
I
will
go for-
recognize.
I've
This
got
thing.
I've got a fairy lore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
8
go
under
pee
13.
on a witch.
By the way, fuck you all. That was the scariest flying monkey picture I could find.
Well, how many
Yes,
flying
it
monkey
was.
pictures can you find?
Well, 3.
True.
This is on a scale with a ceiling on it, my man. Like,
This is the scariest one I could find. Yeah, it is. Look at it.
Anyway, what'd you get, Cassie?
It was a 9 under 18.
9 under 18. You know that there is no creature of this earth that is both avian and mammal. This is likely a magically stitched together creature that you've never heard of. Who got their recognize roll? You did?
Yes.
Cool. You know it to be a hairy creature from the Congo. That's what we call it.
some kind of soaring...
We don't know it's Africa. We don't know it's India or anywhere else that has monkeys.
Dun, 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 dun.
You just...
some kind of soaring simian, some kind
Yeah.
of calamitous Congo creature.
Yes. But you know something must have magically made this because it's a combination of avian
And
Yeah.
mammals, which that don't happen.
That don't happen. In the Fae, it happens all the time. This is a drunk night
How
for
high are they?
well, about 4. Oh, in the air. Pretty high up in the air, but you can make them out because they're. Would you stop that? I'm trying to describe it. Because they're swinging the Greek fire, so you can easily make them out for the archers who would like to hit them.
Yeah, because we
Okay,
me and
archers.
him are out of this, right?
Let's
Yeah,
go.
we don't
Ah!
have
I
ranged
can do this
weapons.
shit.
But I have troops for you to fight. From the mists come Saxons.
I thought you were gonna say more monkeys. From the mist come wingless monkeys. right?
Yes!
Saxon men coming forward, charging,
Oh, fuck yeah.
covered in wotanic runes. They're butt fucking naked because they're Saxons like that. Sorry to any Saxon audience members.
Steve. Sorry, Steve.
In honor of Steve, actually, they're all just a bunch of like wrestlers.
They come out.
It's just a bunch
Yeah.
of Brock Lesnar's. Just
Yeah,
Brock
basically.
Lesnar's.
Woo!
Steve Rose sweating in English.
Sweating.
So, who wants to try and deal with the flying monkeys that are hurling the Greek fire? Who would like to deal with the Saxon warriors right in front of them?
I'm fighting
Yeah, we
wrestlers.
got the monkeys.
Yeah.
All right, monkeys first.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Hell yeah, we're monkeys.
So, because they are technically at a higher elevation than you, you've lost the +5 for being on your horses.
Okay. So
Um,
we have the orate.
Yep.
So that's
Plus-
plus
That's 2.
2.
Yeah.
We had a +2 from the last, so that's +4.
No, that's gone.
You just told us we had a +2 to all our combat skills.
Yeah, from his orate.
Oh,
From the
okay.
Orient. So we got 2 for that.
Okay, 2 for that. What other bonuses do we have?
You would normally get another 5 for being on your horse, which you
But we
don't
don't.
have.
Yep.
Do you
Not
have-
using a lance.
You're not using a lance, so there's not +5 there.
Okay.
There was one more, and I thought it was from Arthur.
Yeah, but you've already used those rolls up, though.
Okay.
You can make another passion roll.
So then technically 18 and higher is crit?
Yeah.
Perfect. Crit. 19 out of 20. Just making sure.
Go ahead, make your damage roll. Cassie, what did you get?
Okay, wait. Okay. I gotta reconfigure what my bonus is.
Yeah, it's really fluid in Pendragon.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Bonuses are weird.
Basically, what's your archery roll as it normally is?
My archery roll is normally an 18.
Okay, you have a +2 on that, so you're gonna crit on a 20.
Crit on a 20.
Yeah.
You hit no matter what, but you crit on a 20.
Okay. Okay.
I tried really hard to find a scary flying monkey. You found a scary flying
Well,
monkey.
none of you were scared of it. You weren't
Because
even
it's a
scared of the
flying monkey.
urukai.
Because this
It's
is
a flying monkey.
Yeah.
You better be scared of the last thing.
It's
I
like
throw
I
at
found
you.
a scary slinky. Yes, it's the scariest slinky.
I can make it scary.
You just put googly eyes and little fangs on it. And a scary slinky.
Anyway, Cassie, did you make your roll?
I did.
What'd you get?
Seven under 18.
All right, so you hit your normal damage, which is 3d6. You
Yep.
do yours, which will be 6d6. You'll be targeting the monkeys.
Oh, nice. 10, 15.
Yeah.
Yep.
15 damage.
You easily hit what you think to be a flying monkey, and you're not entirely sure, and you fire, it goes... You see the Greek fire going...
23.
Same thing.
Does it drop the Greek fire on the enemy troops?
Yeah.
Hey!
Nice! Mike, this is for you.
Yes.
Odium sees the monkeys fall and remarks to himself, "Thank goodness those were dealt with. I found them quite perturbing."
Thank you. That pity was worth it. Now go kill some Saxons.
I'm trying to help.
I'm gonna,
Saxons!
sword drawn, am going to perform a passion where I hate the fucking Saxons. And I imagine them coming out of the mist like a bunch of fucking
You're like-
dressed up Ric Flairs, just like
Los Angeles Boulevard!
No, seriously, one of their like rallying horn players starts playing that
The John
song.
Cena theme.
Oh man, it stopped on 16, but then rolled to 8, and that makes me sad. But that's still 8 under 16 for
Yeah,
the
so you
passion
get the
roll.
plus 10.
Saxons.
So that's plus 10.
Yeah.
Plus another 5 for being on the horse.
Yeah.
And
You don't have a
2
lance
for
anymore.
myself.
And 2 for your thing, yeah.
And my sword already has 20, so I have to get over 5. Ah, good. I rolled a 3.
It's just normal damage then on the
That's
Saxon.
okay. Still 7d6. Whoosh. Let's see. That's
It's fine.
10.
It's the end of everything, but this is fun.
26.
Cool. Your sword, you said?
Yes.
All right. Your sword shoots forward into the Saxon warrior and you slash into him, but he is still very much alive.
Woo!
He does cry. Yeah, screw it. Let's embrace this. Woo! Charging right at you. Let's see if he made his. Oh yeah, he easily made his Constitution roll, so he's not thing.
He didn't die from the wound.
No, he didn't die from the wound. But he is cut open really badly from his sword. Now you're right in front of him.
He's just like, "You gotta beat the man!"
What'd you get again? Damage?
26
26.
was the damage.
All right.
All right,
Chris.
I'm doing the thing with the axe.
Go for it.
That-
Taking a swing
That their
down,
axe thing, cheese.
down like.
Sorry.
So my axe is 20.
Yeah.
I got the plus 5 for horse.
Yeah.
And plus 2 for thing.
Yeah.
So I need to roll third. What is it? Now I've lost the math again. I'm gonna roll first. Don't figure it out.
Okay, go ahead.
I rolled a
Oh, that's
I rolled a 9.
9?
So 9 plus 2 is 11. Plus 5 is 16.
Which usually you didn't get to a 20 on
Didn't
that.
get a 20. Right.
So you didn't
Okay.
crit. Now keep in mind, an axe does an additional d6 normally.
Okay.
It's an extra 2d6 if you were hitting someone with a shield, which the Saxon men do not.
Ah.
Yeah, well, you know.
All right. So I'm rolling 8 d6 then.
Yeah.
All right. 7 plus 1.
What was your normal damage? It's not your horse's damage, it's your damage.
Oh, ignore that roll. My normal damage roll is 5d6. I'm rolling 6d6.
Yeah, because if you were using your lance, you'd be using your horse's damage, and this would be the end times. This is why lances are great, but it's also why they shatter like glass.
All right.
You might want to go find some more lances.
we do need more lances.
So I rolled, let's see, 15. I rolled 20.
20 damage.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Nicely done. He still lives, though. Let's see if he has died from his wounds. God damn, I'm good today. But he, too, has been cleft with an axe wound across his chest, very similar to your own. But he looks at you and goes, "Woo!" He's still alive.
I look at his wound, I look at mine, and I say, "Woo!"
Woo! Some Ric Flair. All right, there's 2 monkeys remaining. Let's see if one of them hits you with Greek fire.
No.
Oh, okay. Second one.
No.
Okay, that one misses. Okay, I'm going to roll this.
Who are they going for? Just all of us in general?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, it is 10 damage of fire on the field. It won't hit you, but you have to make horsemanship rolls to avoid it.
Shield?
Horseman.
Does shield help?
No, because you're stopping your horse from running into the fire.
Oh, horsemanship. Okay, that's
Yeah.
right.
Okay, where is...
Does this have a +2 on it?
Horsemanship.
Okay.
Oh, we do get a +2. Nice. No, my god.
Where's horsemanship?
What happened?
horsemanship is right
On
there.
our...
Horsemanship? Okay. I gotta get under...
See, the Sergios donated $100?
What?
Steve!
What?
Holy jeez!
Oh, $1.
$1.
Oh my gosh!
See,
Right.
there's no decimal point here.
Well, Steve, are you going to
A
disappoint?
buck for the base Ric Flair reference. Woo! Lord Jesus Christ has also hosted us.
Yay!
Thank you to both.
I'm gonna write in that decimal point because Sam, that's what it should look like.
Big fat dot right there. Oh,
All right,
I rolled a 3 under 14 before the bonuses.
Cool.
So-
Yeah. So you hit. Oh no, you're fine.
Dang it!
Okay.
So, trying to remember bonuses, we got the +2 from the orate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we get the horse bonus for using horsemanship on a horse?
No, because you're starting to stop the horse from getting hurt.
Shit. I did not make it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Does my +10...
Your horse begins to kick up and whinny. You've lost the +5 bonus that you normally would get
Okay.
for the next round of combat.
Okay.
You're still on him
Good.
because you didn't critically fail it, but you've lost your +5 height advantage bonus for being on your horse. It's negated by the fact you're trying to calm him down from the fire and the.
What would a crit fail be?
You're off your horse.
No, but like, what would I need to
Oh,
roll to
shit.
get a crit fail?
20.
So I crit failed.
Shit.
You've lost your horse. The fire, as it is licked up at his hoof
I could have
heels.
said nothing, but I'm a
Nope,
good player.
you chose it to be right.
Mm-hmm.
You did it right. Your horse kicks back and you lose your grip on him and you land. You don't land in the fire. It's kind of reefed around you.
Mhm.
And your horse tears off in fear. You can try and go and find him next round if you want to.
Shit.
Or you can stay on your feet.
Well, for the moment, I'm going to stay on my feet because this is still this round. So
Yeah.
I can't even go after him this round, even
Yeah.
if I wanted to.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
did you make it?
So bonuses. My regular horsemanship is 15, and I rolled a 15, but there are bonuses on top of that, are there not?
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's only a +2 though.
It's only +2.
okay. So
You're fine. You're fine. You're
You
on
made
your
it.
horse.
No, I know I made it. I'm just like, oh, that could have been a crit if there were not the bonuses
No.
there.
And apparently Rusty Path is also hosting us. Jesus.
Yay!
Colin, it's like your entire fan base hosting me now.
A little bit, yeah. I Instagram.
No, wait, Rusty's mine.
Just a little-
Rusty's actually mine though. So.
It's just a little.
I gotta bring you guys down more often.
I got 17. My horsemanship is 15, then plus the 2, so
Yeah.
I got technically critted,
Cool.
which is the best kind of crit.
Yep, you have sufficiently calmed your horse. Now you can easily ride your horse through the fire without any impediment.
Okay, good.
Chris, what about your horsemanship?
Mine's horsemanship is 14. I rolled a 3.
Yeah, you're fine.
So
Your horse is in no way affected. So, now it's time for the Saxons to fight. One's going after you, Art, because you're right in front of him, on foot. You don't have your own thing to help you. He's coming right at you.
Does horses give you like a defense bonus being on a horse?
Yeah, because you're higher.
Yeah.
He's got to go, ah!
They gotta like smile at you. You just
we gotta
swing
sort out where to find some more lances.
them. We do.
We need to find lances, and I need to find a horse.
We'll find a horse with lances on it. We'll take the lances.
What's up?
Like,
Yeah.
maybe my
And
horse that had
Colin
my two
Jason-
lances.
Colin John Squall is number 1, is hosting us. Thank you, Squall!
Oh,
Thank
Squall!
you.
All right.
Hey, Squall!
Warrior's turn.
Call
A
it
4
out.
under. He will be hitting you, Arcata, with his damage.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. That would be a shit. 3, 9, 13. Would you stop that? 19,
Ugh.
23,
Remember, you have armor.
28. One
Is he
more.
using an axe?
Yeah, he is. 28,
Buggery.
31.
Well, my armor reduces 16 of that.
Yep.
So wait, I don't math.
30.
So 31 subtract 16.
Is
That's
15.
14.
15?
Yeah,
Yeah.
15.
Oh,
Major
15. I
wound.
think it's 30.
All right, make a Constitution roll.
Oh no.
Where's my con?
Please.
How
Con
bad
is
is
12.
Go for it.
it? It's pretty
Won't
bad.
die.
I rolled a 14.
Okay, here's what happens.
I'm rolling shit suddenly.
So, the axe comes down on your shield arm. You try to raise it in time to intercept it, but it instead just skirts right by, slams you in your arm, and your arm goes down dead. You've now lost your shield bonus forever.
Well, it was not useful against axe people anyway, so that's
And you have
fine.
taken your damage.
So I took 15 damage.
Yeah.
And you've lost the use of your shield arm.
Cool, I only have 5 hit points left.
Welcome to the end game.
Welcome to Pendragon.
So at one
Shit!
point, when do we just go like, is there a healer? Do we just start yelling heals?
I need heals! I need
Healers,
heals!
why you know adjust?
Where's
Jack
the
of Many
AoE?
Names is also hosting us. Thank you, Jack of Many Names.
Oh, Jack! Yay!
Woo! This has been an intense game.
Arcana, do you need to put your D20 in dice jail and get a new D20?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Is that the big D20?
Yeah.
That's my big D20.
It got too big.
It was doing
Christ
really
gracious.
well, and then it wasn't.
And then it got hubris, as I'm the biggest D20.
Okay.
All right. Next
Do I
Saxon
want to use the purple one?
is going after Cassie on horseback. He's going to engage her.
Shit, there's someone coming after you on horseback.
Shit.
12 over an X.
Wait, they're on horseback?
No, they're coming after her while she's on horseback.
never mind.
But that's a 9 minus 5, so he missed.
Oh.
Hooray.
Connell.
No.
I scream back at it. Woo!
Woo! He's coming at you with an axe.
No.
And with the minus 5, brought it down to his skill to a 9. He got an 8. So 66. 1. 1. 5. 11. 13. Oh, everyone's tense. 17, and this is the last one, right?
Yep.
All right. This is an axe. What did I say last?
17. 22. Well, 16 points of armor, and the shield doesn't help.
Yep.
So 16 points of armor off of 22.
6.
So I take 6 damage.
That's not the worst.
That's not the worst.
My old dice was okay because it rolled me 20 on that Arthur passion, but that didn't actually seem to help me at
Jesus,
all.
we're doing well
Yeah.
today. Coupe de Jarnac just donated $6.66. Take your weird conversion of $6.66 Canadian. Thank you, Coupe de Jarnac. Oh, man.
Hey!
This is the first time I'm legitimately facing player death in a very long time. And Cole, you were there last time!
Yes, I was.
Has the Deadpool changed at all? It will in about 10
Son
seconds.
of a
when
bitch!
It will change when they catch up with what happened.
When I catch up, and if I wasn't at the top of the Deadpool, I am fucking now.
Connell, it's your go.
Oh,
Of course,
God.
5 hit points left for Arthur.
2 under his skill with his axe. No, I hit
Yeah,
you.
you- yeah,
It
you-
was Chris.
you-
Sorry,
yeah,
2 under his skill with an axe. He will hit you.
Twice.
Why not?
Get out of here!
4, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13.
Boing!
Right off your armor.
And then I just just take this. Alright.
Okay. Round. Who would like to go first in this order? This side or that side?
Well, we started over here last time,
So
so
let's start from that side.
Okay.
Alright.
Plus, maybe they'll kill them before,
It's you.
I am going to, after just, loosen my neck a bit, swing my axe at his head.
Do it.
So okay, is the +2 done now since it's a new
Yeah.
round? Okay.
Okay, so then.
So you still got the
I
plus
might
5
do
from
that
being
this
on
round.
horseback. And you can always make a passion roll. If you
Um,
fail that passion roll, though, it's gone. If you critically fail.
I only have the loyalty to my lord. I feel like I want to save my passion roll for when I feel like the drama's the highest.
Getting pretty
You,
high.
you can make passion rolls, like.
Yeah, no,
Willy-nilly.
just do it.
Oh, we have another one.
Alright.
What's
It's
this?
just if you fail it.
Jordan has donated $10. The donation for a new horse. Those things are expensive. Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
Okay, I'm gonna roll loyalty.
Jordan is
to my-
actually. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna roll Lord loyalty
Go ahead.
on my passion.
Yeah, Joro actually plays our Pendragon game properly here with D20 Live because he's one of my team.
1200.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
that
you
Jordan.
a different Pendragon game?
Yeah, we well not on stream, but we play it Friday nights.
Ah, okay.
What was that?
1220.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right. Swinging with my axe. At his
Yeah,
head.
he lost his eye to a tree exploding. He's very
I
Catholic.
rolled a 4.
Very Catholic.
He is very.
I rolled a
Catholic.
4. My axe skill's 20.
Yeah, you hit.
Got the +5. I've got the. That's not gonna get it up to.
No, not at all.
All right. So doing 6d6 damage.
Yep.
All right. Let's see.
So that's a lot of highs and lows.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
rough.
10. I did 18.
Damage?
Yeah.
Your axe comes down on the other Saxon man and clefts his head clean from his body, and he is slain.
Biff.
Barf.
Barf.
I want to do a cool little like twirly action to get the blood off of it.
Very much do so.
Hell yeah.
But it's not. It's more like a perfect circle in the air because those things are fucking heavy.
Yeah.
You can't do like a real wrist thing that would snap your
Oh, I
wrist
do
off.
this and just like
Blood.
splat the blood on the headless body.
Of course. Now,
I don't know if I
How
should
many are
attack
left?
a dude or if I should like.
There are 3 dudes left.
You know what? Oh fuck! If there are 3 dudes left,
Yeah. That dude. You gotta take him down.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if I do like another rallying cry to keep morale up, like that's good for everyone. But
It's good, but then even if we both kill one,
there's
there's
still one
left.
dude left who's gonna attack us, and that might be you.
I'm not
Probably gonna be me.
Am I the only one who will behead
Because you're the only one on foot.
I'm the only one on foot.
Fuck.
I'm really going to be the only one who beheads a Saxon this round.
The one who actually likes Saxons.
see, you all wasted you two wasted your lances really early out of the gate.
Yeah, we did.
But we juiced some archers.
You did.
juice some of those archers.
Yeah.
We juiced them like
The
oranges.
lance is kind of useless. Right?
No, you can still use it. Still got the +5.
Yeah, but
What
what?
people?
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is better than the sword.
You just start using your horse's damage.
Oh.
Yeah. You use your horse's damage instead of the damage for the lance.
None of these guys have anything that resembles a lance, right?
No.
I could just pick up their body.
No, they have they're holding a javelin and they're holding a spear and an axe, but none of them are applicable substitutes for a lance.
I'm gonna make a passion roll against Saxons, and I'm gonna do orate again because I got to keep that morale up because it's not just for us; it's for everyone else that can hear me. So I'm gonna scream fucking death to Saxons. Oh, don't fuck
16.
me! Oh fuck!
No!
What'd you get?
I rolled 17 over 16.
Okay.
Um,
So you try to cry out your beautiful ballad of the sac. Was this a passion roll?
yes, it
Oh
was.
fuck.
Yeah, so I'm fucked.
Oh boy.
Wait, no. Do I do passion before the?
You do passion
orate?
before the roll.
Okay.
You always do passion first
All
if
right.
you're going to do passion.
So I goofed it because these Ric Flairs are actually pretty cool, and maybe I feel a bit
Failure.
differently about
You
them.
are disheartened. See
Aw.
below, and immediately lose 1 point in your relevant passion.
You lose
So
it.
so it goes from 16 to 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
And you suffer a -5 modifier on all further rolls made during the situation that brought you to this state,
That's fair.
So you have a -5 for any roll this round.
All right.
involving this Saxon.
Invol-
Involving this combat round, yeah.
Involving this combat round. So does that still apply to the orate that I'm about to do?
Yeah. Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
Because it's not combat.
It's still the situation.
All right.
Because you were using the passion roll
I
for
was
the
using it to modify that, so now I have to get under 12 instead of under 17.
Shit.
Yep. And would you look at that? It's an 18.
Oh.
So I would have failed anyway.
Yep.
Um,
You are now under melancholy. You are very sad. I would give you more mechanics on that, but it's
Does
really
that give a negative to everyone who heard me fuck this up?
No, it's basically says you're supposed to be left the hell alone for a little while.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm not going to do that to you because you'd be out for way too long under
you-
proper melancholy
yeah.
rules. Anyway, next up, Cassie.
I appreciate that.
You're
Cool.
welcome.
Um.
I'll be a stickler for some rules, like the ones involving whether or not you live or die.
That's fair.
Those are important.
I tried. I should have just fucking killed the guy, but I didn't
Should've.
want to, like, be selfish and be like, I'm going to kill a dude. And be like, no, I got to help everybody. Got to do the thing.
Okay.
And
So
yet in your selflessness.
Anyway,
Assumed
Cassie,
us all.
guys,
Dudes
Cassie's
never-
trying to talk.
there's a dude right in front of me because he do me attack.
Yeah,
Right.
yo.
Okay. But
You
there's
got this.
but there's also the guy what attacked Arcada, and Arcada is a little bit Yes. Did you take a whole?
Oh, he took a
You're-
lot.
you're-
He took a
you're
lot of
whole
damage. He's
fucking-
only got
I
five.
got
Also-
5 hit
Yeah, he's
points
at like
left.
single digits. That's
5 hit
Kara,
points.
the volcano shark, has
Oh.
followed us.
Hello, Kara.
Continue, Cassie.
Yay. Volcano shark represent.
Can I
Oh, no.
scoop up my poor horseless friend and try and get him somewhere a little bit safer?
Yep, you're going to need to make a ride roll.
What's my ride?
Do I need to roll anything for this?
That's
Dex.
horse
If you want to
sharks
make
again.
give her no penalty, make your dex roll.
Okay. So, Dex. Shit.
What'd you
17 over 15.
All right.
Can I get in the Deadpool thing?
Cassie, what'd you got?
Can I get in the Deadpool
What?
thing?
That's an 18 over 15.
You didn't grab him. That's all that happened, okay? You didn't critically fail. You went for him. Your hands sailed through the air. Gauntlet against gauntlet. Just like, I'm sorry. Eh. Why did I raise my bad hand? All right.
your hand.
Arcus, your go, man.
I'm so fucked.
You can still try to fight.
Okay,
Use your
so-
passion.
So the guy ahead of me
Yeah.
is right in front of me. If I use my lance, I have 20, because my lance is 15, but the lance you said was +5.
Yeah.
So that's 20. If I use my passion on top of that for Arthur, that means I crit on a 10 or higher against this fucker, and hopefully he dies before he can kill me. For Arthur!
Go for it.
20!
Yes! Yes! 20's in a roll! Do it!
Oh, God.
Okay.
Is that double or triple?
Double damage.
Double damage.
Which, on that lance, it would be better on the horse, but it's still better than nothing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so instead of... Wait. This is my
It's
my
plus
damage.
20. There's no way in hell you can miss.
Well, no, I'm just trying to calculate damage.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So my damage is my damage, right?
Yeah.
So 5d6. Instead of 5d6,
So
it's
10.
10d6.
10d6.
I'm going to need 5 more d6s.
You borrow some of mine.
Okay.
They're very clearly different from yours, so you won't get them mixed up.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, so damage against this mofo. There's a lot of numbers. I'm
Yeah.
bad with numbers.
Maths.
Quick maths.
Nobody said there'd be math.
It's tabletop. There's always maths. Unless we
CCG.
eventually play Fiasco.
This isn't
TCG has
fun.
made
This is
give me a
math.
math brain, and I'm really scared about it.
All right.
I'm like looking at all the dice going like, no,
Duration. It's safe.
I know it all. I know it all.
31 points of damage.
I hope he's
You
dead.
fire your lance into his chest, but he was perfectly healthy. He is still alive. He could.
Fuck!
Does he die
could.
from the wound?
Hang on. I don't know.
Oh,
Does he die from the wound?
No.
No! Oh, my passion for Arthur has failed me.
You know what? Hang on. Let me just double check something. Wait.
The moment's gone, though.
Oh! I got that wrong. Cool. No, but he's on his ass.
Oh, so
He's
he's
on-
still alive.
But he's on his back.
Okay.
did you chuck a javelin your lance into him?
It's still... Oh, roll to see if your javelin's intact. Your lance.
But wouldn't it break automatically?
Oh,
on
from the
crit?
crit. You're all right,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
Good lord, Sam.
You just fucking like take your lance, just.
Jordan donated $5. I will donate $5 anytime a 20 is rolled on the stream. Jordan, Jesus
Wow.
Christ. And Sam, here's the stacked back.
wait. Is that a 20 rolled no matter what? Even if it's...
He's donating. He can decide on his
Okay.
terms. I'm not...
So then, even if it fucks you, say that you roll a 20.
Still rolls 20.
It's still a roll of 20.
Anyway,
Does
so...
it have to be part of the game, or can I just sit here rolling?
I'm going to
So-
assume.
Has the Deadpool changed yet?
Sam, has the Deadpool changed? No.
No?
Well, that's not true. There were a couple more for Ark.
A couple more people were like, put
So-
me down
So this happens...
for Ark.
So as you break off from them, from the Saxon warriors, with a long, horrid cry of Arthur, a nude man emerges from a conveniently nearby rosebush. With long gray hair and an equally long beard, he emerges grabbing a nearby stick and besting every opponent in front of him with it. For never was there more majestic a knight in the eyes of God than Sir Lancelot of the Lake. He rides up to the Saxon warriors with his stick and boops one in the face, knocking him unconscious and twirling it about his head, majestically screaming Arthur's name, butt naked with a beard going down covering his genitals tastefully, and taking down the remaining two. He stares up. Be you men of women, oh Arthur!
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
Hang on!
I am.
Just the blonde Arthur with a vagina, or the real one with brown hair?
Real
The real
one.
one.
Huzzah! Huh?
Huzzah!
Where is my king? I must... Arthur!
Arthur!
Arthur?
Arthur!
Arthur?
And you hear a voice calling out,
What?
Salot? Arthur! And he tears off to
Into the
reunite with his king.
You just hear Lancelot like from the mist.
Dude, I thought you
And
were dead.
just if we could have that cutscene moment of Arthur looking down, and there is Lancelot, crazed, crawling up at him. Arthur, it is you, isn't it? You're not a woman this time, are you? No, Lancelot. Arthur, my king, the things I have seen, men in masks, with knives. I have seen men from Egypt, men with spiky armor, giants that were nude with no penis that smiled irregularly. Titans, dude.
Oh, I was about to say it was fucking Titans.
I have
Yeah,
journeyed
Titans.
my home, my liege. Yes. Then to battle! Give me a sword! Someone give Lancelot a real weapon! And Lancelot tears off into combat.
Oh, can we
Ending the
join-
round. You
can
can
we join
easily...
Lancelot squad?
What?
we just join Lancelot's
follow?
squad?
No.
There is no squad. It's just him making a line of
If you can keep up with him on foot on your horse, which is nigh impossible, because your horses can't travel where he can at his speed.
Oh. I want to tag team with Lancelot.
He is a fucking whirlwind of knees and elbows. With, like,
Can I give him a
Sonic the
murdering
Hedgehog
cannonball
ain't got
special with
shit.
my axe?
he's like a
Just jump on
Tasmanian
here and I'll
devil.
just swing you.
Just like and his fucking swords like tearing
as
through
clothed
shoulders.
as Taz.
Yeah.
I will point out that Lancelot at this point in his life has a 35 in sword flat.
Fuck.
Yeah. Just through raw.
That's not even including passion.
Oh, he's off the cliff now.
Oh my god.
But Lancelot's home.
You know what? Even if we don't make it today, that's awesome.
It's just like you're just there. And did anyone want to try and heal up Arcada's character now that you have a few minutes?
Do we have things for heals?
What can we do for heals?
Surgery.
I haven't gone yet this round.
Where the volcano sharks just wrote down, what a show off.
Show off.
Lancelot is
Comes at you in a fucking whirling dervish.
Yeah, if I can
knees
get
and
any
elbows
amount of
and-
hit points, I would appreciate it.
You're all
Is
screaming,
there-
stop,
are we-
stop, but all he hears is, who wants more cake?
Is that a quote?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh my god, it's 4:45, but we are still going strong. We're gonna go a little longer.
Of Camelot, cake or death.
Okay, please.
The cake is also death. It has an element in it with a knife. Damn it, every time.
So, surgery.
Surgery. Is there?
It's called surgery or any kind of medic role you might have.
I don't see.
Get them
Oh, there's
cake.
first aid.
Yeah, first aid.
First aid.
You gotta get
First
that
aid.
10.
Chad is asking if we donate $10, does Arcada get 10 hit points?
No, but he'll get his heal rate. He'll get his heal rate back in health.
I don't know what that means.
It's on your
Donate,
sheet.
Like, can you donate?
Oh, there's a healing
What's on
rate.
it?
Yeah.
Right there. Healing rate.
Does the healing rate enter into this?
Healing rate, strength plus con by 10.
My healing rate says 3.
That's how much you will get if they donate $10.
All right, so 3, 6, 9.
Yeah. We need this much money. To
If you pass your heal check, he will get, because normally heal rate is the rate a month you get your HP back.
Oh.
So you could, in theory, be brought down to 1 HP, come onto the battlefield next year, and still have your wound open because this is medieval times. If you make that first aid, if you make a surgery check, his arm would come back and be fine. But if you make the first aid check, but there's no surgery stat for knights
Yeah.
by default, and none of you asked for that kind of heavy shit.
Yeah.
To be a medic specifically. So the first aid will give him back his HP. You will not get to regain the use of your arm, but you will get 3 HP back, and every little bit helps.
Okay. Yep. When I'm at 5 hit points, I'd like
3 more?
3 more.
Oh.
Dark Summer's way donated $10.
He did?
For Arcada.
All right, and you'll get the 3 from that donation.
Right, Passion of Arthur.
Yeah,
Because I rolled a 20.
it's
on
as
that
if
twice.
the light of the heavens, the heavenly host itself, our fans, are wishing for. Shit! Don't let that boy die.
Do we
I'm
all
coming
want to roll
my
first
boy.
aid?
What?
Do we all want to roll first aid?
You can all roll. If you fuck it up though, it won't heal.
I'm scared. Wait, is there bads?
There's always bads,
Is there
Cassie.
bads?
This is medieval times, and your surgery is.
But I'm so scared.
I've still got an action this round.
Well, your combat's broken, so you're fine.
Oh, combat's
Lancelot broke combat.
for a brief moment. All right, I'm gonna attempt again another passion orate to try and rally troops
Okay.
before the next fight starts.
Okay.
And we're gonna go for the honor this time and see if that fucking works.
You're all so tense about this. You might
I
all
know.
make it.
Don't.
You might all die.
There we go.
That's good.
10 under 16.
I don't think at this
For the
rate we'll
honor.
all die. But
But
I will die.
Now that
She'll
gives
die
me-
well.
Succeeding a passion gives me what, plus
10.
plus 10. So then I just need to roll over a 13 and it's a crit on an orate.
Nice.
And wouldn't you know, that's a 10.
But you still orate.
You get that +2.
Yep. So that's still plus 2.
You cry for honor, and you.
Honor!
The cries are becoming a lot more scattered now. For honor! For honor! Honor! That's Lancelot.
Oh.
There he is.
Yeah, sort of runs past
But
us.
the numbers.
The dulcet tones of Lancelot out in the distance.
But not only are the sounds of your allies responding going down, so is the sound of combat as on a whole. There are a lot less people now.
Okay, so
Alright, well, okay.
If we are gonna heal, now would be the time.
Yeah, okay, so that gives what is that, a +2 to everybody?
Yep.
+2
For the next action.
for your next actions.
Okay, cool.
Can I try heal?
You can try.
What's your heal?
It's 10.
Yeah,
I
shows
got
It'll
I
be a
got
12.
12.
So's mine.
Okay.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
It's a 2. It's a 2. I just stared right at you as I rolled
So-
it, like I'm not gonna look.
So, Connell, to heal him, you're basically shoving his shoulder into place. You heated up your dagger on the alchemist fire that was nearby. Just went, this is gonna fucking suck. And branded on his shoulder to fuse his flesh back. You didn't get it all because it's your dagger.
Yeah.
But you got back 3 HP worth of burning flesh.
Wait, don't I also get back from the donation?
And you got from the donation, so that's
So
6.
6.
Yes, and a little bit from the heavenly host.
I
I
have-
feel as if
I
the
have
light of God
over
is
doubled my hit points.
You're up to 11.
Oh.
Everyone's so terrified now.
Well, if you get under 12 on that heal roll, guys, you can patch him up a bit more. Or
Can we
if
additionally give him more?
You can make another first aid roll. Uh-huh.
we can all pile on him and just let me help you.
Sticking burning
So you need to
daggers on his
get under a
shoulder.
12. Because the orate is active.
Can I,
We're a motherfucking team.
can I do
Passions?
a passion roll?
What passion do you have that would apply to this?
Hospitality, possibly?
Oh yes, go ahead.
Yeah, let's do it. Alright, here we go. That's a 12 under 15.
Yeah.
You hit that passion roll, so you have a
So
plus
then
10.
that means it's plus 10. So now you need. Okay, so now
And she
you
crits will
will-
do double healing.
Yeah, you'll heal no matter what, but you crit heal on an 18.
But no matter what you... Well, okay, if she crit succeeds, you'll get use of your arm back. How about that? But you'll still get the same amount of healing rate, okay?
Okay.
That's an 8.
8. So I get 3 more hit points.
Yep.
Hooray.
Do you want
Every
me?
little bit helps.
Do you want me to try to heal you?
This is up to you. I'm not going to say what you should and should not do.
Because
I
I
will
also
take the hit points.
I'm rolling under 12, so I kind of want to make it a bit your call. 'Cause I'm guessing if
So-
something bad happens, it happens to you.
Yeah.
If he
So-
fails the roll, then.
So do you want gamble 3 more HP, or are you good with where you are?
If you're willing to toss in a passion, go nuts.
I don't think I have an applicable. I have hate Saxons and loyalty to my lord.
You have hospitality as well.
We're Knights of the
Oh,
Round Table.
oh, we have that still.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try hospitality passion.
We must care for our friends.
2
you
under
go.
15.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Cool. So now you will heal no matter what.
All right, here you go.
Then yes, totally.
2.
3 more hit points.
Yep.
Hooray.
I'm at 17.
Oh my god, yes.
And
Which means I can take another major wound and still live.
from the ranks of Mordred's army, a new unit appears.
Oh no.
Great.
So they
Men
now steal
or
my
women,
horse.
you can't quite tell, clad
Did
in
I
black...
see where my horse went?
let me describe this and then you'll be able to think. Because this just happened as you guys were healing. Because you took that time. You
Yeah,
didn't
but-
go to look for your horse. Men clad in black robes wearing white masks with snake-like eye slits appear.
Oh shit.
They cry a single phrase. Adava Kedavra.
Avada
I'll
Kedavra?
try that one again, bud.
Shut up!
Well, fuck.
Take it again.
And a lance of
Take it
green light
again.
shoots out from their brandished wands. Each shot hits home on a knight, laying them low.
Fucking Death Eaters.
Yeah, Mordred's made a few deals to make this happen.
Son of a bitch.
God damn it.
Avada Kedavra.
Let's aim for the sticks they're using. Wait, you have a bigger one. Say the word they used and just.
So, Avada Kedavra?
Uh-huh.
Avada Kedavra is
Uh-huh.
what they're saying.
You should just yell that and point your bigger stick at them.
I'm
Abracadabra.
actually curious of what that would do.
Do I? Okay.
Do you want to use that with
Do
Merlin's
I know?
wand?
Do I? Is this familiar to me? Do I know what this is?
You know it's magic, but you can make a fairy lore roll right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 1 under 18.
Clearly magic, clearly not of this world. You've never heard of the spell before. They're probably from somewhere else, maybe even Fey folk. But here's the thing. Merlin's wand is glowing. And,
You mean staff?
well, his staff is glowing on your back.
Okay.
Yo, dude, point the staff at him and say
Odium
that.
says, all I'm saying is yours looks bigger.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Fucking do this.
If you can't decide, make the dice decide for
You're
you.
a wizard, Cassie.
All right. Well, we gotta go. We gotta go big. We gotta go.
Yeah,
big.
you do.
We fucking gotta go big. So
Watch it be like a fucking green
I
Kamehameha
wield-
wave, just like whoosh.
You draw your staff,
I wield the staff.
and a fountain of
Hadouken!
red energy pours around it and makes a circular dome in front of you.
Oh,
That was his
shit.
shield.
Oh,
Oh. Well, that's...
just from drawing it.
And that's all that happens.
It's like freaking Gandalf on his horse.
Yeah.
Where's my
So
horse,
if you
by the way?
choose to, for the rest of this round, you can keep this shield up. That's gonna be your only action, though. You can move
How big's his shield?
enough to cover her and maybe one or two more people.
How many horses?
One or two more horses.
Come on.
Get in there. Oh man, if we do like a Mighty Ducks, like we ride in on
Fucking
either side of
flying.
it,
Yes!
and rush in.
Quack! 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 Quack!
Alright,
Quack!
let's fucking do this shit.
Where's my horse? Is it?
Make a,
Can we
okay.
pay him for a horse?
All right.
Can we do like a combined
You can
attack?
Ark. You can either choose to get on Cassie's horse and help her,
Okay.
or you can try and go looking for your own horse or
Yeah,
a horse.
if he gets on the
Am
back
I
of my
allowed
horse, can he
to at
shoot
least just
while on the horse?
glance around me to see if the
All right,
horse is
go
there?
ahead.
If it is, great.
Yeah.
If not, I'm not gonna go find it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what am I rolling?
Is it
Your awareness. Very top of the
Oh,
skills.
Done.
Done.
There we go. 1 over 17. Or under 17.
Oh, 1 under 17.
1 under 17.
Your horse is not nearby, but there is another horse. It will take your action to go and claim this horse.
But I will claim the horse.
You will claim the horse.
And I will be on the horse.
Well, you'll have to go your action will be to go roll your horsemanship to get a horse that doesn't know you.
Shit.
You just hop on the back of Cassie's horse.
It's your choice, man.
Probably the safer
You
bet,
can
'cause
make
then I'm
I
in
you
feel
the-
can
like
make a
no,
passion
like
roll
shields
to
and
calm
shit
the
on me.
horse. You can do a lot of stuff.
Okay, no, but best case scenario.
You could grab the horse and go for Arthur.
Best case scenario, I'm on a horse way over there, while the nice shield protecting us from the death green ball is over here.
More of a lance of
The
light,
beams.
really, but
If I could get to the horse and bring it back in my turn, I'd do it. But I
you
think I
couldn't. But
should-
you could also circle around behind.
as long as I can, if I can get the horse and be behind the shield,
In
That's
this
not going to
turn.
happen.
That's not happening.
That's not happening. This is
then
much
I'm
more.
probably dead if I leave the shield.
Get on Cassie's horse.
I'm just gonna get on Cassie's
Can you get on the back of my
Yeah.
horse and shoot while on the back of my horse?
Not shoot his bow and arrow because I have no idea how
Can I
that
get
logic
on
would
her
work.
horse and then
He-
convince
He
Captain, my falcon, to go get the other horse.
In no way does the falcon have the attributes to do that.
Maybe animals just
You
talk.
could
Can
pick
I
up.
passion roll?
he could.
You know what? Screw it. Yeah, make a passion roll of falconry. If you crit the falconry roll, you can have your falcon bring you the horse, and I will quit game mastering forever. Because everything I have tried to do to make this at least possess a version of terror and verisimilitude will be dead.
Well, we know this isn't going to work, but
Yeah, make your passion roll for Arthur.
17 under 20.
You go to the falcon. For Arthur. Craw!
Craw!
And now,
Now make a
falconry. What is my falconry? Falconry is 13.
Plus
Do I
10.
still have or 8?
You'll have that plus 2, yeah, because this is
So
yours.
that's 13. 15 plus
The
so
10.
25. So if I crit, I need a 15 or higher to crit.
16 or better.
16 or better.
No, wait, no, 15, you're right.
Yeah, it's 15 or higher.
18!
No, Mike, don't leave. No, don't pout. No, we love you.
And so did Captain Falcon the Falcon. Talk to the horse
It's
that
not
he didn't-
fair!
Horny!
It's so stupid, though!
You're so stupid!
Go-
You're so stupid!
So for your falcon's turn, he gets you a fucking horse.
I'm fine if it doesn't happen until next
It's
turn.
very Disney-ish. No, it's here now. I'm not.
Yeah.
Do they-
It's like
do-
it's
do they-
always the reign of big money.
Are they singing a song when they come back too?
No!
Does one of them sound like Gilbert Gottfried?
Stop it!
Oh no! That's my canon voice for Captain now!
Hey, I found you a horse! It's unbelievable!
I just don't want to play no more.
That's not a very good song. The aristocrats!
The verisimilitude of the situation!
Question. If we all agree to work together, could we perform like a combined attack maneuver?
And nope. It's your own independent ones.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can't flying V.
So we
Now
can't
keep in
play-
mind this. There's 3 of you trying to be under the shield that can only accommodate maybe one more person on either side. What did they say?
Pharaoh Big Mike, no Sam rules the channel.
Fuck you, this is still my place. Maybe mad, but I'm not. No.
No.
No, this is still my thing. Got a fucking horse.
You got a fucking horse.
Just this. It's just the falcon rode over and just went craw in animal speak. This was for Arthur, and the horse goes.
For Arthur.
And then it
Look at
comes
my
back.
horse. My horse is amazing.
So mad.
It tastes just like raisins.
The
So
horse comes
mad.
over and it has a bazooka mounted on it.
No! So, how are you going to do this formation? Because you all have to be safe. If you all go astride, one of you will be out of it.
I'm going
Wait,
to.
wait, wait. Can't Cass be in the middle?
Yeah?
One on either side and then one behind.
Okay, but there will be a penalty for you trying to shoot behind her with your bow and arrow, as I assume you were going to try and do.
That's fine.
Well, that makes more sense because it's like, well, I'm gonna have to use a bow anyway because
Okay.
I'm not gonna sword.
Alright, so,
them, so
Now, here's the thing. In addition to the Death Eaters, you see a new type of unit on the field.
Frick.
Fucking shitballs.
And they're on horseback.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
And they wear armor.
Okay.
And they have lances.
Are they the Nazgul?
No,
Okay.
I was
They
gonna
are-
This
say.
is gonna be a different fantasy reference altogether.
Motherfucking.
they're your fellow knights once upon a time.
Oh.
Do they have shields?
Yeah.
They have axes.
No.
Good.
They're proper.
Oh wait, I can't use. I don't have my arm. I can't
Yeah.
use the shield. Damn it.
Bam.
Oh well.
But yeah, these are
I'm
proper.
back.
These are proper notable knights, formerly of Arthur's court, that have joined the side of Mordred. I threw my pencil away and I've lost track of
I have
it.
a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Would you like
Is
this
one of them Sir Tangerine of Juicy?
No, I'm good. I got one here.
You got it? Okay.
So mad about everything that has brought us to this point. This was going to be dramatic and huge and bombastic.
You knew what
It's just
you were
gonna
doing when you invited me to
It's-
sit here.
Yeah.
Still
And
dramatic
also,
and
the
apparent.
rest of
Just
us.
sorry, Falcon. Just
But when you can change your audience's mind, change their soul to be drawn into the... Fuck it, let's move on.
There.
So, the formation.
Formation.
So, Cassie, make your rag check so you don't lose track of people.
Right.
Or your horse gets spooked by the fountain of fucking magic coming out of your staff.
Holy shit, yeah. Okay, cool.
The chat's on fire, by the way.
Like, literally?
Well, they put fire emojis and
Of course they
like.
have.
Chat's on.
The point is everyone's enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so
important
the
as
plus
everything.
12 that I had earlier, I used that. Is that gone now because I used that on helping Arcata
Yes.
heal? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Thank you for that, by the way.
You're welcome. Okay. Cool. So, I'm going to begin to charge forward.
All right.
Using my passion.
Are you guys going after the Death Eaters or the other knights?
We're gonna ride in formation into the Death Eaters.
Cool.
Yeah, they're.
Because they seem like the
They
biggest threat right
scary.
now.
Yeah.
They have a one-hit KO.
They have a literal one-hit fucking kill.
They're wearing robes and using wands, swords.
Which
are
means
gonna
they
be
don't
a
have armor.
problem.
They don't. I have their stats. It's not great. They have
But
4
they have
magic
one-
spells, and that's what makes them great. But oh
Yeah.
man,
Like,
don't.
they're devastatingly powerful, but a sword is a problem for
Yep.
getting
Okay.
stabbed with the
Use
sword.
sword on man.
So,
I cast sword.
Just so you know,
for Arthur,
yeah.
rolling my
Arthur!
rolling my passion. That's a 18 under 20
Yay!
Excellent.
Oh,
course.
it gives you plus 20 or plus 10 rather.
plus 10.
Wait, does the orate affect passion rolls?
No.
Damn.
Passion rolls are their own.
No, it
thing.
just adds on to.
It's in
whatever
your own
you're doing.
soul.
So you've
Uh,
got plus
cool.
12 technically to your horsemanship roll.
I hope everyone's having a good
Yeah.
time.
Plus 2 for
I used,
me.
but I used
plus
my
10.
orate. I used that bonus on.
I was worried about
healing
this being
him.
a lot more
Is
depressing.
the
It's actually
orate still active or is it?
only for you two because you two use them.
I used them
Okay.
for heals. Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah. Okay, that's fine. So I got a plus 10 for. I'm right. I'm doing horsemanship check.
Yep.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah. So you don't bump into your allies
Yeah.
with a horse that saw a fucking lance of magical energy in front of its face, which no horse is trained to deal with. It's a very traumatic experience.
So, I mean, I'm fine, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what was your number?
It was 17 under essentially 25.
Oh, you're good.
Oh yeah. Not only that, you crit.
Crit.
Yeah.
Is that a crit?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a crit success.
Holy fuckballs.
So you're charging forward with your horse, and it's in the perfect line for the Death Eaters. Your charge is so good, you will not have any interference from the other knights. Now, for the rest of you, your combat rolls.
Okay, so what is my negative?
And there's only 3 Death Eaters, just as what?
What is my negative because I'm behind Cass?
I'll say it's a -2.
Okay.
In addition, you don't have a proper working arm right now for bowmanship,
Okay.
so I'll take another 2 off of that.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Yeah,
negative
you-
4. But I'm on a horse, which is plus 5.
You're all
You
right.
got the use of your arm back through the healing, but it's still.
In no way.
It's not that I'm going to lose the arm, but it just doesn't help me today.
Yeah.
You won't be able to use it reactively in a quick, but you're preparing yourself and you're gritting through the pain. But there's still pain. Your arm is shaking from it.
Okay. Yeah.
Pendragon, Oh,
do it.
you are made of meat and bones, man.
Alright, so 20 base.
Yep.
I don't get orate because that's already gone.
Yep.
But I get +5 for horse.
Yep.
So now I'm at 25. Yep. And that's it. Oh wait, it's 25 minus 4, so it's 21.
19 and a 20.
19 and 20 crit, but I hit no matter what.
Yep.
3. So I hit.
We'll hit.
So but it's a Death Eater, so hopefully they're squishy. 3d6.
They do squish.
10. Did that work?
Okay, I should point out,
Okay.
the best stats I could find to mirror a Death Eater were that of the Christian monk.
Okay.
Oh no.
Huh.
That's the closest thing, right?
there's
People
dudes
of
in robes.
dudes in robes studies and all that stuff.
Fair.
Their major wound is 13. They haven't gotten that. Their knockdown is 10.
So I knocked him down.
Yeah.
They on the ass.
One of them got shot and fell over.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Question.
Oh, my lord.
If he's on the ground, does he need to get up before he could use his wand and shit?
It also means you could ride over him.
I was about to ask.
Oh.
I'm just gonna
Many a moon, a person knocked down is the worst place you could be when people are on horseback.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right, so pulling into Cassie's right flank,
Yep.
I'm gonna try to use sword to cut one of them down as I ride past, within the grace of the shield.
Oh no. Okay, cool. Well, the Christian monk has a bonus of +6 hit points from fallen Christian virtues, but they're not Christian.
No.
So that's -6 HP right off the top of what they got.
Just right
So
off
wait,
the top.
is he still? Wait.
He's not dead. He's not dead. You didn't do enough to
Still
kill
alive.
him.
But he's still down.
Oh, yeah, he's still down.
And he's probably gonna get trampled as we ride by.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is extremely likely.
There's gonna be some haste.
He's gonna have a bad time.
Get dunked on.
Gonna try passion, loyalty for my lord. Motherfucking 15 under 20. Then I'm gonna swingeth my sword, which is already 20. So if I get over 10, my silver sword's gonna make contact with a bitch. Yeah, 17. So that's a crit. What do we got?
A lot of numbers.
That's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of nombres.
So that is actually okay. So that's 10, 21,
I should have brought Nas.
23. Do-do-do. 23 and 23, so
46.
46.
Your sword? Cleaving the Death Eater perfectly in twain. You see a shocked expression on the white masked face. It's like, huh?
Sword beats one. Poof.
And the wand falls to the ground.
Ah.
I'm gonna roll passion for my loyalty to my lord.
Of course.
As we do.
Roll the 7 under 20.
Nice.
Very
Like
nice.
you do.
I am gonna do an upswing with my axe.
Of course.
The remaining one that's not on the floor or in
Yep.
pieces.
This is from crack to crown.
So I rolled a 10. Axe is 20 plus 5 for horse plus whatever for the passion thing. Is that a crit? You guys are better at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're not on my side, so 66.
And then that twice?
Yeah.
All right. First 66.
Well, that's awful. Jesus Christ, so horrifying.
10, 15,
Yeah, we've seen some shit,
17, 25.
You should see what's like in Uther's age when none of the majesty of the King Arthur period started and it's just fighting.
45.
Just
49,
fighting all the time.
53 on my upswing.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, he did.
Just lift him off the ground.
Yeah, you pretty much lifted him off the ground and sliced him up perfectly, and it's just a rent of blood coming through the air. And your axe is just now completely red, and he too falls. Now,
We trample over the last guy.
you gotta make a horsemanship roll to do it. Whoever wants to trample over him.
I was eager.
Let's see, horsemanship, but we're still... Wait, no, am I still taking...
You orate?
All right, no.
No, it's gone. Your passion's
You're on a
gone
horse,
too.
though.
You're just on a horse. Well, no, it's just
Does my
horsemanship.
passion still count?
No, you're just making horsemanship straight.
Straight horsemanship? Well, I got 18 over 15, so I didn't make
You just
it.
went around him.
Yeah,
You
what
kill
about
him.
any of you guys?
Anyone
You
else
guys
can
wanna
try to
I'll
run
give it a
over.
shot. I'll give it a
Fuck
shot.
this guy.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
Chris, go.
Fucking
Fuck him up.
I rolled a 6 under 14.
Okay, he's
Good.
dead.
Yeah, you easily step on him with your horse's damage, and he's dead.
All right.
He's a book. He's a book nerd. He's dead.
I
But
may
there
be
are
a
still.
pagan,
Oh.
but I don't care for these ones.
Okay.
There's still knights in front of you, though, and they're on horseback and lances.
Oh no.
There's a squadron of about 4 of them.
But we got a magic shield.
No, it's gone.
Oh no.
As soon as the Death Eaters are gone.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It was really only repelling the magic.
Yep.
They were having a bad day.
They were.
They showed up and immediately a special magic shield just for them. And then
Just for
two of
them.
them got juiced, and then
Hey,
the one who didn't get juiced
It's not
got
my
stepped
fault.
on.
You guys came
A
up with good
bespoke
tactics.
magic shield just for them.
Now here, okay. While we're riding towards the other knights, though, we have 2 shields, still between the 2 of us on either flank. And do you still have a shield?
I'm the only one without a shield.
Yeah, and you're behind us.
We still has his shield. He just can't use it.
We're in like a flying V here with him behind us. If the 3 of us like bring our shields up defensively as we ride into these other guys,
No way does it work like that.
do we have time to defend ourselves as they come upon us?
Nope. It's gonna be a lance versus lance, folks.
Beans and carrots. We don't have any lances. So
I have
let's-
I mean,
I still have a lance.
Can you
Then
toss
grab
us a
pretty
lance?
sure I have lance.
If you okay, it is between the combat rounds. You will be going first because,
Okay.
We're still like a ways off.
but
if
it's
it
gonna
comes
be,
to us.
but this is gonna be a head-to-head now. It's not gonna be you than them because you've all been tactically advantageous. You are now at the same level. You're gonna
horse v horse.
horse v horse, and you'll still get the +5 for lancing. Both of you will, both sides, and it'll be a roll-off. Those of you who have lances,
Okay.
and they have their lances. So you could trade off lances if you want to right now and make the toss and go into formation, or you could just use your best weapons if you want
Does
to.
Thou have a spare lance?
It's their choice. They can choose not to use the
I
lances.
only have the one lance, and I think it's my best interest to use it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I might.
You have 2. If you
I have
haven't
an
used any
axe, so
yet.
technically
I
I've
don't
got an
believe-
advantage on the shields.
I don't believe I've used any of them.
No, you've been shooting your bow.
Yeah.
I've been shooting my pew
and
pews.
magic missiles.
Yeah. Well,
Magic shield
the magic. Yeah.
I want to cast magic missile.
does not exist.
It is not.
It's more like I use Merlin's wand. Well,
Giant
someone's
sacks of
pregnant.
darkness. Yeah.
What?
What?
It's magic, dude. It's fertility and shit.
The Deadpool is updating.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Can I see the new one? Can I see the new leader?
Oh no.
Who is
How
it?
does this work? Like, if that person dies
Probably
first,
me.
then everyone donates a bunch of money?
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair. Yeah.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying it. I'm not
Me
gonna.
though. I am the closest to death.
We all just looked at you.
I am leaning over the precipice of the abyss.
Well, you're nearby. You're precipice adjacent.
Precipice.
What is a precipice anyway?
It's an
really?
edge.
It's an edge.
True.
It's a fancy edge.
You might
What
say he's
is
the
it?
lord of it.
Hey.
Someone laughed.
That sounds a lot like Edgelord.
That was the joke. That's a joke. Take PG.
Woo! It's gonna be a long game. You okay, Sam? Yeah, my production manager is dead.
All right.
Hooray!
So, I passeth over one of my lances
So we got 3 lances and an axe.
to Sir Grampton.
Yay! Grampton St. Rumperfrabble.
Such a great name.
Right?
Such a very good name.
So
Gravity Falls was a great show.
put that back up, even though the Death Eaters are all dead. I don't have Evil Knights as a picture, and the next one is literally Endgame.
Why
So
didn't you just get like the Dark Knight?
anyway, everyone, those of you who are making combat, 'tis the last round. We are near the end.
The end times.
Yep. We're gonna go 1, me, 2, me, 3, me, 4, me. We're gonna see who wins. Okay, Chris, you and me first off.
All right. I'll do the loyalty roll
Go ahead. Actually, I'll do mine.
to my lord.
But you have loyalty?
Hey,
To,
Big
Mord-
loyalty.
to Mordred, it's less than yours.
Roll the 520.
Actually, no, I'm rolling Valor.
Valor?
Yeah.
Why do we have Valor?
You do. You
Where?
just haven't used it. Bottom of your traits.
Oh, traits.
Oh, that's not as good as my passion for my Lord Arthur!
So, what did you get?
I got a 520.
I got a 510 for mine, Mordred. So we both have plus 10.
All right.
So, and we both have the additional plus 10. So we now both at plus 20. So whoever gets the higher dice roll wins the encounter, okay?
All right.
Shit,
On a
just
20?
completely
20.
boops the
Suddenly
others.
a high number matters.
Yep.
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Fuck.
I got a 12.
Foof. That's me and my axe. Or like me and my axe.
Eh.
Alright, so how does this work?
19. I'm rolling his damage.
Oh,
He won.
no. Yeah, he rode at the guy with the shield and an axe. The other guy had a lance.
Chris, you got your shield up in time. That's good. But he dealt 40 damage to you.
Holy fuck. So 40 minus my armor and shield?
Yeah?
Yes, so that would be
that means I took-
22 off his 40. You take 18. That's a major wound.
No, it's 32. 16 plus 16? Oh, that's a bracket. Never mind. I was like,
Yeah.
why is the shield 16?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You
All right.
wish.
So I'm taking 14?
Yep.
All right. That's not my major wound.
Wait, no, no, it took 14 off.
Yeah.
Like, I dealt 40 to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never
So
mind.
the 22,
22
is
is major
off by
wound.
your armor and shield, so you took then 18 damage.
18.
Yeah,
Okay, that
which
is major wound.
Which is a major
Yeah.
wound.
Constitution roll.
Me and math are weird.
So what am I rolling?
Your Constitution. You gotta get under your Constitution.
Where is no! So is that con plus 3?
We might as well have just skipped the whole game and brought it down to these 4 rolls.
So when it says con
Don't you demean my experience?
When it says
You
con,
almost died earlier.
I'm about to die.
when it says
This
con
is a die roll
plus
away
3,
from
13, is it the 13?
Yeah, 13.
What's the plus 3 for?
Because you are a Salisbury Knight. You get an automatic plus 3 to your Constitution.
Okay.
Because you were better fed than most
Yep.
All right. So I'm rolling a 13 though.
Yeah.
We're a
Okay.
Funny how that works.
We're a couple of stickmen.
I rolled a 19. I rolled backwards.
You've taken a major wound. You have now been thrown from your horse.
Ow!
He's only got 2 HP.
I know. Welcome to the end times. Donald, it's our go.
Fuck.
I'll see if you might passion roll.
Loyalty for the Lord.
Loyalty to Mordred.
For Arthur.
I didn't make it, so I only get the plus 10.
I got 12 under 20.
Okay, so I will only crit on a 10, 11 or better.
Okay, and I will crit no matter what.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
If we both crit, though,
Well, I critted.
I didn't.
Okay. I critted at 3.
If we had both critted, though, we both just would have killed each other.
Yes.
So make your damage roll.
Mutually assured destruction.
They just both explode in a fiery explosion.
Just right at each other. Oh fuck yeah.
Oh,
bud.
what's your armor, by the way? So I know because it's not written.
16 plus 6 on the shield, so
Okay, so
22
All right,
altogether.
cool.
So that's 5, and that's 20, 30 plus. Oh, I'm glad these are coming along real well. 10, 20, 32.
Maybe.
So 52 into that guy.
Is he dead?
Fuck you,
Because
Kevin.
that's 12 more damage than was dealt to our good friend.
Your lance goes true, explodes around you, pierces his shield, his armor, his heart. His black, traitorous heart explodes within his chest. He falls over dying on his horse. The
Jeez.
knight is dead.
Good.
Next up, Cassie.
Cool.
You seen that guy sheath the sword?
Make your passion roll.
Yep.
I would now, because...
Do
Oh!
Oh,
Arthur!
Okay.
Crit passion.
Yep. So that's a plus 20 on your roll by default.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably crit no matter what.
You do crit no matter what, period. And I'm going to say because you're going to crit no matter what, my passion roll doesn't matter. It doesn't kick in because you were just that much better, okay? Just by the,
Alright.
so you have a plus 20, I have a plus 10. Let's go.
Cool.
So you
Roll.
crit on to anything 10 or higher?
I crit 11 or better,
Okay.
Okay.
And she crits no matter what.
period. So if I crit, we both hit each other.
And you dead. Fuck.
Okay. So I'm going in with. We're on horse.
Yep.
I have a lance.
Yep.
We're gonna.
You would roll that double if you crit.
Which she rolled no matter what.
76. Yeah,
Just
which you
roll.
will roll no matter what.
Mhm.
So give us a roll and see if you kill this bitch. This bitch.
Oh, that's a 14.
So it's
Still
a crit.
Still a crit.
What'd you get, Mike?
19.
Damn.
We tied. Go to both.
So whoever just happens to
So
survive
roll,
survives.
roll your 76 times 2. Those are
whoops,
D20s.
Sorry,
you roll,
my
Adam.
B.
D20s.
My B.
Mad
Hedge
at
our bets.
Frickin' stop that. Okay.
Is the Deadpool still going?
It just changed, didn't it?
They're all talking about Batman and the Dark Knight.
Would you people not? Would you people not?
You're welcome.
We're gonna fight the last night we fight the Dark Knight. It's Batman.
25. and...
Literally so tense right now.
Oh yeah.
Batman would be fully armed for non-lethal, so I think we'd win.
Yeah, he would be. This really doesn't have a counter for Lance.
He's got
There's a counter for everything.
He's got 7 counters for Lance. Just none of them are lethal.
And oddly, they're all bolas.
25 plus 19 is 44.
25 plus 19? Yes.
Is 44.
44.
Jordan donated $5. I meant what I said about the critting thing.
Thanks, Jordan.
So, 44?
44 damage.
I did 40 flat.
Okay, so
So
40
four.
subtract.
Or subtract
Did
22.
she get her shield?
Yep.
Okay.
It's 40 minus 22, right?
Yeah.
That's 18.
So you
18
take
18.
you
That's
take
major wound.
18. That's major wound, but you're not dead because you have
Gotta make a con roll.
27 health.
Okay, so.
So you've got 9 left.
Yeah, you got 9 HP.
Owie.
But you have to take a con roll.
Yeah, you gotta make Constitution rolls, so you have to try to roll under 13, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta try to roll under.
And she
13.
will get knocked off her horse, unless she
Oh,
makes her.
fuck. 14.
The good news is neither did he. So you're both knocked off your horses. Your lances shatter. You are on the ground facing each other, and both of you are really badly hurt facing off against each other.
I'm unhappy with this.
No one would be.
You're both flat-footed.
All right. Next up, Ark. Day of Fate.
For Arthur, motherfucker.
Bring it on, little boy. Son of a bitch. Okay. And one ghost with a Z has followed.
Oh! Yeah!
Oh.
Ghosts.
What's up? It's a Z, actually, in this
Ghosts.
country.
Those are the. I don't know.
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
For Arthur.
Arthur, go ahead.
I ain't afraid no ghosts.
18 under 20.
I failed my path. I'll have a plus 10.
I crit no matter what.
Yeah.
On a lance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Actually, if you failed your passion, then don't you take a negative?
Shit, I do. Yeah, -5.
Yeah, you take -5. He gets plus 10.
Yeah.
So I crit no matter what.
So I only have a plus 5.
Yeah, because you get +5 for Lance, +5 for being on the horse.
It didn't matter when
Actually,
It
no.
didn't matter when I failed my passion roll for you. Like you already beat me.
Yeah, no, yeah. But yeah.
So I'll only be. It'll be a 16 or. No, 15 or better on that.
So you need to roll 15 or better to crit.
Yeah.
And I crit no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's begin. Yeah.
13. I crit no matter what.
12.
Yeah. Oh.
You done fucked up, son?
You don't crit though. So does that mean that he
He,
hits you first?
he hits me first.
Oh!
Get him!
Okay.
Get him!
Okay.
He's still in it.
6. I need 1.
You gotta kill him.
You roll all of these twice.
Yep, you gotta kill him. If you knock him down, he's off that horse.
Okay, so. 10.
Oh man, my eyebrows are up here.
Your mustache is here.
Mustache is up here.
Your mustache is so far up, you basically have a unibrow.
I have another eyebrow.
28 on the first round.
Okay.
My eyebrows have joined my hairline. My mustache is up here.
You have one very small central eyebrow.
I look like the dad from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, just like.
28 plus 19.
Pierce your lance into his chest, and he just chuckles up. Bad for a cripple and dies.
Oh, cold.
Sorry, not bad for a cripple.
Ice fucking cold.
And he is dead. There are
I
two
Gather
men.
some blood in my mouth and spit on his face.
Mhm.
Gross.
They're all playing the JoJo theme.
Sono chino sadame.
Next round.
All right. So, are we all familiar with the phrase "Dutch flags"?
Yes.
All right. So Sir Odium is picking himself up, his pagan text spilling from the sliced pouch at his side. Grabs a fistful of them and just shoves them into the open wound.
Ooh.
Oh.
Get back 1 HP.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, he's up to 3 now.
His
Hey.
we're all wearing helmets, right?
Yeah.
Big spender.
You're gonna hopefully you know this one. Sirodium's helmet has one big crack right across one eye because his mask has been broken.
Of course.
He's got this bit of hair, the little vanity bloodstream. He's like, today seems like a good day to figure out which of these gods is mine.
Go for it.
And he's just gonna friggin' with the axe, a big ass leap in the air because I still got the dude on horseback, right?
Yep.
Yeah, just a leap in the air. I want to just.
He failed his passion roll, so
I
that's
still
fine.
do a passion roll.
He's doing a -5. Take your passion roll.
I rolled a 2 under 20.
You're fine. So I'm at -5, so he's lost his height advantage. His lance exploded, but he still has his second one, so he still has that +5. Plus his thing. Cool. I have his lance skill here in my head.
So he should crit 16 or higher?
Oh god, no. Their lance is only a... Lance, I lost it for a second. And Kerbizdo has followed.
Oh, hey.
Garabizdo.
It's like
Oh,
all of your fans are following me, Colin. You should
Yeah,
come over
it's
to
a
him more
bunch.
often. His lance... I'm not going to tell you what his lance is, but I have it in my head, so that's the important thing.
All right.
Right, ready?
Yeah, so I'm rolling, my axe is 20. I passed my passion roll.
Mhm.
What am I aiming for crit?
10 or better.
10 or better.
Yep.
Okay. I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 20.
Oh.
Wait, does that technically mean you failed?
No, I critically hit succeeded. 20 still counts when my skill's that high. He had an 18, the 5 brought it up to a 23.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, because you would have lost 5 for the fail of passion, but then plus that just counteracts him being on the horse. He still gets +5 for the lance.
Chris? He comes down at you with the lance. It goes into you and impales you into the ground, and it becomes stuck. You can take one last swing at it.
Oh,
Do it!
Do it! Do it!
I would
Okay.
like to.
Swing for the horse's
Would
leg.
it make any difference to just friggin' throw my axe at his head?
You can. It's the same roll either way.
All right.
Just whip it at
That's
him.
the flare.
Do it.
And you will keep your passion for that.
Oh, you
Because
keep
he's,
passion.
in this one, I'm letting it happen because he's dying.
All
Wait,
right.
wait. Since he succeeds on his passion no matter what, doesn't it behoove him to roll for his passion again and maybe crit it?
Only because he's dying.
Okay.
Because,
Double passion?
well, he'll just get the crit no matter what.
Yeah. All right, so rolling passion again?
It's just to see if you crit.
I rolled a 2.
That's fine.
I'm still very passionate.
Yeah,
The
still.
chat's going crazy because they're all yelling about the Deadpool.
I hope I wrecked it.
I'm gonna wreck it. I ruined it.
All right. So I'm aiming for, what was the crit again? 16?
Yeah.
All right. It's under that. It's a 3.
Damage.
All right.
Kill him.
Kill him
So it's
dead.
my damage +1, right?
Yep.
What's this one? Let's see.
It's $20 for a ticket for the seat, but you'll only need 2 damage. That's how I feel today.
It's
I
gonna
did
kind of
21.
Your axe sails in, and you cut off his sword arm. And as it sails through the air, you raise it up in triumph as rigor mortis begins to set into your flesh.
I got cool last words.
Go for it.
All right, lock eye. Is the dude able to see me?
Yeah.
Is he
He's,
distracted?
he's
by-
screaming in pain, but he looks at you in fury, clutching his
All
free
right.
arm.
Just big fistful of pagan papers ripped out of my wound. Just hold the fist at him and go like, my strength will make you cry.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that broke my heart. Oh, that broke my heart. It broke Sam's heart. I know that.
Big friggin'
Oh,
anime ass
that's
grin on my
heartbreaking.
face.
Oh.
You know, the shading on the eyes just goes over because you got the crack in the
Yeah.
helmet, right?
Yeah.
Oh. And with that, double night here. Best.
Herodium.
Oh.
Big friggin' billow. Oh man. Okay, soundtrack cuts. Gust of wind. Billow of pagan papers just comes out the back of the wound.
I look at
Next
that
up-
and I feel to say, at least in my head, never has there been more majestic night in the eyes of God.
Anyway, we are getting really near time. We should power through this a little faster.
Poor Lancelot's just like, ah.
I am wounded.
She's just like, excuse me, rude.
Connell, go for your guy. No, you
Alright.
got your guy. What do you want to do? There's 2 guys left. One guy with no arm, one guy who's really badly hurt.
She got knocked off her horse.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
there's
because
another
they're
dude
facing off, and then
who's
it's the
on the
dude.
ground. Other dude got his arm cut off.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go after the one who's on the ground.
Okay.
Who's staring down. my
Make
friend
a
here.
ride check to run him over.
Oh, I'm gonna do that. For Arthur.
Fucking Arthur.
That's 12 under 20.
Cool.
Nice.
So that gives me 25 on horsemanship. So anything above a 15, which is still 11, so I still succeed. And I run him over.
Do your horse damage. I'm going to see if
Don't fuck.
he does not get out of the way. And
He's
you have
not. Move.
That's a lot of over 5.
20.
Or 5 over.
29.
You easily run him down and run him over. Next up, Cassie.
Someone grab my
You are
axe.
you are off horse. One of your companions has been slain, and there is one man on a horse
Minus an arm.
minus an arm.
Do we get any passion bonus for?
Oh
one of our
yeah.
companions
If
being
you
slain?
want to, you can ask me, and I'll give it right out the
Be a
gate.
badass, grab my axe.
Be a bad motherfucker. It's not my turn.
Can I don't have, do I have axe proficiency? Like,
No, but I can give you a passion roll to make it. You'll use an axe normally.
Sword, lance, spear, dagger, and bow.
Base axe is 15, FYI.
Which
base axe
isn't that much
15.
different than a sword or a lance.
My sword is higher.
Oh, your sword is.
16.
Oh, damn, yeah.
All right. Did you want to make a passion roll for watching your friend just die?
Yes.
All right. Let's set it at a 15 because he just died.
Shit.
20.
Okay.
20.
Now I'm the token pagan.
Go to the page for that one.
You know,
It's getting really tense, isn't it? It's like the last 5 minutes. Ooh.
Fuck.
You're all doing great though.
You're all doing great.
Are you sure?
As we stand here with like barely any
Are you
health.
sure about that one?
It's the end of fucking Camelot. The
I
fact
don't know about that,
that
Chief!
the fact that 3 of you are alive is a fucking miracle. Fumble. You are maddened.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
that sounds about right.
You've lost a point in your passion. I'll say for Arthur. I feel like you've let him down.
No.
A character may be driven mad by their passions. This man. Oh. Okay, cool. Do you remember how we've been making fun of Lancelot for what he's been doing?
Yeah.
You have now caught the exact same thing.
A bit of that madness.
Question.
Yeah.
Does that come with the 35?
Yeah, does it come with the being a total fucking badass? 'Cause then I am on board 110%.
No, it's just you just gone crazy. You actually break down and curl up in agony because you've now let down Grampton, who sorry, not Grampton. Odium, who just died. Very emotional.
The friggin' pagan pages covered in blood just blew right across
Ark.
the horse.
One man remains.
And I broke my lance on the last guy.
Yep.
He's minus an arm, though. You can fuck him up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
There's an axe right next to him, is all I'm saying.
Cat is applauding you, by the way, because you finally killed somebody on screen.
About fucking time, right? I tried.
Not counting paranoia, how many times has that happened?
Okay, look, paranoid doesn't fucking count.
Yeah, as I said, not counting power.
Okay, so first, passion for Arthur.
Yeah.
14 under 20.
Cool.
I'm going to use my sword. So now don't have worry, don't have bonus. Not using a lance, so it's 15 or higher for a crit.
You're only getting a +5 because you're on horseback. Well, no, not even that. You
Well,
get
it's
a
plus
10
for horseback.
Yeah, but he's on horse still too.
Okay, so then it negates.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I have 15 for sword.
Yeah. You got a
But
plus
it's 10 for passion.
Yeah, so
So that's
25.
25. So 15 or higher on a crit.
Ah, shit. What'd you get?
Nani?
What'd you get?
Crit.
All right. Make your damage roll.
That's from my one. If you said
Yeah.
my one, it's like, I'm dead.
Stabs his
Orima, Shinderu, Nani?
And that's two!
Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch!
Force damage, right?
Yeah. Cassie's pretty much maddened though. I'm counting that. Oh, Pendragon. Oh man. You okay, Cass? You're mad. You've gone crazy. You have Merlin's wand. This is not a good place to be.
Oh, this is bad news bears.
21 for the first half.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Playing crazy is fun.
She's gone a little mad with the loss of her friend.
21 plus 23.
Easily slay him. Because he's still screaming about his arm. And his head is clean from his shoulders.
Was you again with the sword?
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright. Whoever has survived to this point survived.
Yay.
Eat your microphone.
Sorry.
Just fucking devour it.
The sun is rising. As you look around, the fog at last lifts, revealing the true visage of the battlefield. Fields of dead men. Yours, Mordred's, those other guys, you don't know where they come from.
Those other fucking weirdos.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that guy in a second. All dead or dying under their own wounds. Arthur nearby is kneeling before Lancelot, his knight. Lancelot is weakened and can only speak in gasps. Arthur, forgive. Arthur nods, unable to speak in the presence of his dying friend. My salvation is to die, a knight of the round table. Arthur finds his words, putting his hand on Lancelot's chest. You are that and much more. You are its greatest knight. You are what is best in men. Lancelot lets out a hiss of pain, holding his side, and you realize there's been an open wound there the entire time, perhaps been there since his first journey.
Oh, shit.
It is the old wound, my king. It has never healed. He looks up at Arthur. Guinevere, is she queen again? There's a moment of silence, and Arthur nods. She is, Lancelot. With that small comfort, Lancelot of the Lake passes from this world. As the last of the fog passes from this world. As the last of the fog lifts, a figure emerges from the defenses. That blonde-haired young man, barely out of boyhood, casts with a hateful glance fixated on Arthur as he raises his spear. Come, father. Let us embrace at last. Anything?
How far is he from Arthur?
He's closer to Arthur than you are to Arthur.
Huh.
In fact, Arthur looks back at all of you and just says,
Oh, he puts his hand up? Then I will stay.
and he draws forth Excalibur
Oh,
and spreads his arm wide.
Bo-
Son.
boy's about to get fucked.
Or Arthur's about to die,
Yeah.
canonically.
Yeah,
Mordred's thrust is true. Arthur, king of the Britons, wielder of Excalibur, however, is not a man so easily felled by a single spear blow. Dragging his own body down the spear shaft, he raises Excalibur and thrusts it into the collar of Mordred. Into the collar of Mordred. There are no more words between father and son, only the sound of Mordred dying. Arthur staggers from the spear wound. He is passing from this world. You're welcome to attend him.
Oh, I'm going to attend him.
Cassie, make a passion roll for Arthur to try and regain your mind in this moment.
Yeah, 16 out of 19.
You're fine.
Yay.
So you have your mind, but you're going to go crazy again when this ends.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So, what do you want to do with Arthur?
Gonna save his ass.
I'm going to...
First, action for Arthur.
Go ahead.
1 under 20.
Okay.
And then it is first aid, right?
Yep.
So
Minus-
I succeed no matter what, but I crit on a 20.
Cool. Minus 20 to your roll. Because this is the end of Arthur.
So I might as well not even roll.
It's up to you.
No, roll
No, because
If you okay,
Minus 20 means that he'd have to roll a 1 to succeed.
Yeah.
your freaking bird went to get a horse.
Dude, it's our king. We have to try.
If you fail, you're gonna kill him, and I'll never forgive you.
no, it didn't mean that I killed him.
it means he
It means I couldn't
does.
save him.
Couldn't save him.
Listen,
I
Ghost
thought he was gonna like walk over like, oh my lord, stab him.
I am the Dark Knight.
Go ahead.
Ghost
Alright.
and Ghost Lancelot.
Go ahead.
Alright.
Yeah.
I roll a 1, and Arthur somehow lives.
Yeah.
I roll anything else, and
And
history happens.
he dies as he's 13.
Ghost and Ghost Lancelot are just shaking our heads.
You come up to Arthur, and before you can do your proper any kind of heal, he says, "I am too far." Take the spear from his stomach. You help him pull it through.
Can I hold him?
You're all around him, holding him and bearing him down to the ground.
Okay.
He takes Excalibur and considers it, and hands it off. Says, "I need you to find a clear pool of water and cast it out."
It will be done. If no one objects, Grampton's gonna...
He's indicating for all of you to go.
Oh, so then we'll
So
just...
we go as a group.
We'll take it collectively. Grampton, like, puts a hand upon his lord's shoulder and goes, "No king rules forever, my lord. But Britonia, England, will live on."
Live well!
Oh, he got loud at the end.
Thank you.
He's a
Live
loud
well.
guy.
So, you find, in fact, a clear pool of water not too far from your location. You throw the sword in?
resisting the urge to scream yeet.
Don't you dare!
It's the Lord! Destroy it!
No, he just takes it and just fucking whips it.
As the sword is cast into the lake, a single feminine hand reaches forth and catches it by the grip.
Fuck.
Yep.
There is a single quiet moment, and the blade is drawn into the water. Returning to the site of Arthur's body, you see he is gone. In the distance, on a shoreline, there is a boat carrying his body, attended by 3 women. And with that, the sun rises on a new era of Britain. But this is not the end of the story. One more night emerges from the fog and mist and the battlements. It is Percival, another Grail Knight. He looks at the sight, monstrosities that have been brought to this land. This is not right. It cannot end this way. He pats you all on the shoulder, respectively. My quest has changed. I will right this wrong. And he tarries off. You don't know in the years to come if Percival was ever successful. In some months from now, the remaining knights of Camelot will elect Sir Constantine the Great, as the next King of England in an election. And history, the real history, asserts itself. This is the end of the legend of King Arthur, the Knights of the Round Table.
Yay.
Hope you all enjoyed that. What?
Somewhere off in the distance, Lysander's just like, fucking,
Living in a tree.
yeah.
Well, Lysandra, for several years you are plagued with madness, surrounded by your children. But sure enough,
Children.
you will.
Shit.
You grow older. You find your reason. You find a husband among Charlemagne's paladins. And you never take to the field again, but you pass on bits of the way of herbs and sorcery going forward. Rampton, you're a proud knight. You join up with Charlemagne's paladins and head forward into battle. And you meet your end in the foreign lands.
Is it a good death?
It's a great death, a holy death, a mighty death, and you leave behind many sons who carry your tradition, become noble lords in the houses of England that are to come. Jojo. Your injuries were too severe for you to take battle again, but you were a major force in restoring England after the fact. You brought light and culture back to the land and kept people on the path of God. Chris, your character's family continues your legend and sings your story and ballad. And paganism survives and endures.
Paganism survives.
Because your pamphlets were collected after the battlefield by several squires who speak of your legend. And it lives on.
I was wondering if Odium had a family.
You do. All of you do. We just never really covered it.
Okay.
Big part of Pendragon to your family, yeah.
I had thoughts, yeah.
With that, we bring an end to the game. We are way over time than normal, but this was a hell of an adventure.
Great show.
I had a lot of fun. I hope you all did as well.
For sure.
Oh, man.
Paganism survives.
Yes.
That's my favorite.
Hail pagans!
The notes.
I didn't think I'd hear this year.
The next stream for D20 Live will be next Sunday. We will be having our yearly Q&A stream where you get to tell us what you want to see from D20 Live in the new year, as well as what will be at Con Bravo for 2020. So do not miss that. Your chance to vote on that. We have a new poster up.
Voting on for Con Bravo.
Their favorite no, not for 2019, for 2020.
Oh.
That's where that gets decided.
Okay.
And
It's not a real year.
Hey, if you got, I was going to make a vision joke, but I'm not. On top of that, we have a new poster up in the store. Is the poster of all 6 of the Infinity Dice Wielders. You can pick it up at any time. We will be having a sale, I think, going into Boxing Week.
Yes.
On top of that, New Year, our first game of the New Year will be the first time ever. D20 Live will be doing a brand new continuity written by me that I've been working on for the past year. Hopefully it's received well.
Yeah.
And we'll be using Pathfinder's second ed rules. Which was generously donated to us by the fans.
That's new Pathfinder.
Yeah. But for the rest of it, do you have anything you want to plug before we call it a night?
Yeah, I want to serve with that.
I'm good.
Yeah, you,
All right.
you big.
Why don't you just promote your channel?
Yeah.
YouTube.com/c/blast-reflection. Hi. There we go.
Yeah, check out Mecha Puppers on, I guess, Twitter for now. We're working on stuff.
Mecha Puppers.
Mecha Puppers, that's MEKA Puppers. If you want to check out the game I'm working on.
I'm getting back to YouTube at some point in the coming year, but at present we're at Evil Incorporated. We're just doing Twitch streams. We do Twitch streams Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. And that is over at Evil_Incorporated on Twitch.
Primarily youtube.com/Vangelist Central. We're doing a lot of toys, a lot of robots, transforming ones even, Kamen Riders, card games, tabletop is flipping in. We got this thing called video games.
Video
And
games.
I'm rolling in analog games into that because nothing about that title says it has to be a video game. It's V-DO games.
I love that. That's very good.
And that's it for us. Thank you for joining us. Have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I will see you next Sunday. Please come out and check that out. This is your chance to vote on what will be happening in D20 Live next year, especially after August, which is going to be a really huge deal. Trust me, you really want to check that out. See you then!